I like bowls of shit.
That in the game. That in the game of.
Is that mic sound good?
Check.
Podcast.
So it's already live streaming or whatever, right?
No, I don't. No, I'm just recording.
Okay.
I got some cool shit up on here.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Mevos.
Yeah, Audie's got one of those cameras.
It works out pretty good. I bet you. You know what's sad? I bet you they can just throw it on the app.
Yeah.
On one of those new phones, they have like a Mevo thing, like a type of.
I think it has an app that goes with it, doesn't it? I mean, I have a gimbal that has an app that you can.
Yeah, I just bought one of those, dude.
They're pretty sweet.
What is a gimbal?
It's like a cheap handheld Steadicam for cameras. And like I don't know. I said that once to somebody that was like.
A legit,
yeah, it's kind of like a Steadicam for your phone. So it was like,
Yeah.
don't ever call it. That's not Steadicam. I was like, I know what the fuck is Steadicam.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I haven't seen. You haven't had any videos on there, have you? That you've done with that gimbal?
No, I think I dumped them all. I walked through a property for Sloan down in Tucson and took the whole thing out of gimbal because we were going upstairs and downstairs and stuff.
But yeah, you could do a pan, right, and
Yeah.
not bump.
Yeah, so it's basically it's your hand that has a little joystick and you can completely swivel the camera. You can turn it around to do a selfie if you want.
Can you gently walk and?
Yeah, like the whole thing is designed to keep the camera steady as you walk.
Yeah.
So it's got like 3 robotic electric servos in
Yeah.
it that actually make it so even if your hand does that, the camera stays steady. So you could be holding it, you could go like this, and the camera would stay level.
And they're cheap as fuck.
Dude, I just bought one $80.
I bought mine from a German chick on Craigslist, but I think when I looked them up, they were like a couple $100.
Yeah, this one I got was 80. I haven't used it yet, but you can fold it and put it in your pocket.
Will you attach to it? Can you attach to like an iPhone or whatever?
Yeah, that's what that's the one that it's for the phones. I'm gonna try it out because I'm thinking about just getting a refurbished Google. What is it, like 3X? What is those? The Google Pixel 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple phones out there that they're like, dude, you can film movies with this.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what was your phone? Yeah, what was your phone?
I got the X.
I got that fucking XR, dude, and I hate it.
I got the XS, I think, or whatever. I got the.
Regret it. I don't like. I now hate everything Apple, and I didn't think everything I own is Apple. That's why I have a real hatred of it. It's not like a fashionable hatred because they're on top of the game.
Yeah.
It's because I've been using them for years and I'm sick of their shit.
Yeah.
I got the iPhone XR and they have some issue with the Wi-Fi where it won't connect to Wi-Fi. It keeps dropping Wi-Fi signals. So I had to upgrade to unlimited data because I couldn't do my normal thing of strategically logging onto Wi-Fi wherever I went. Like I knew my Wi-Fi spot, so I never had to use data up. But now this shit never connects to Wi-Fi, and I had to upgrade to unlimited. So fuck.
Yeah.
What's your provider?
I got T-Mobile because I'm poor.
What's the deal? What's Sprint? What's Sprint rate?
Sprint's better.
Sprint's better?
Yeah.
I had Sprint down here and it sucked.
Yeah, I fall out all the time.
I lived on like 7th Street and Palm Lane basically, and I had no signal most of the time when I had it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 10 years ago. I had to upgrade to the ultimate devil, Verizon. You know,
Verizon's the best as far as coverage. It's
the
best.
When I was driving truck, like you'd go through these whole like zones. I think I had either Sprint or T-Mobile at the time, and like you'd get to like a certain part in Nebraska, and you would have no signal until you got halfway through Iowa. Like just nothing. Like,
on what, Sprint?
On Sprint, yeah.
Well, that's a nightmare because you're always like on the go, like.
Dude, I hit 3 intersections. There's like 3 intersections downtown. I can't get reception. It's like you know when you're at an intersection, that's the perfect time to change the song. And if you have, like I have YouTube Premium, dude, and I can't change. I have to wait until.
You're listening to YouTube videos on the phone That's
yeah. Well, I have Premium.
That's hood shit, dude.
YouTubing while driving.
Yeah.
That's a calling card to somebody who's got.
Well, what do you think I should? I mean, I've tried them all, but YouTube Premium, I pay like $10 a month for it.
Oh, you have YouTube Premium. You're
Yeah.
not just watching YouTube videos. You're really doing it.
Everything's on YouTube.
Damn.
I think
guess
because I
should
had
pay for
Spotify.
YouTube
I had
Premium.
Spotify.
I got that now, and then I downloaded Tidal
Yeah.
2 weeks ago because I just felt like hearing a Jay-Z song,
Mhm.
and you can't hear it anywhere else. I was like, I really would love to hear something from Blueprint too. So I was like, they gave me a 30-day subscription, which I will cancel in a week. But I think Tidal is better than Spotify because it is Spotify, except you get Jay-Z. That's
Well, it's
that's it.
Yeah, it's like him and what you get him, Kanye. And
Well,
Beyonce.
no, the Kanye and Beyonce deals, they're not like that anymore. They all go to Spotify eventually. But all Jay-Z shit is on Tidal. You can't listen to Jay-Z anywhere else.
Not even on YouTube.
No, none of his shit is on YouTube. You can't, like on Pandora, you can't choose it. I know you can choose your songs on Pandora now. You can't choose it. They'll play it, but you can't choose it. So I downloaded Tidal 2 weeks ago, and I went through. I think I listened to every single one of his albums because I've never listened to all of his albums, and a lot of it front to back, dude. Like albums like the Dynasty. I never listened to all of the Dynasty or the.
Did you get through Watch the Throne?
Dude, I listened to all of what. Did I get through Blueprint 3? Is what you should be asking. Or Magna Carta, Holy Grail. Some of his really whack. His second album, The Life and Times of Sean Carter. What an awful fucking album. These got some really bad albums.
Well, the Volume 2 was the one that had the
What do you
Hard
think?
Knock Life on it, whatever that was kind of his like mainstream.
Which one?
breakthrough. Like the Hard Knock, like when that.
Yeah, that was the one where he got, like, I think that was, yeah, because
Was
he
that-
says it on the track. The Life and Times of Sean Carter, Nick, Volume 2. It's hard. He says it on the track, so.
Yeah.
That's the one that really got him back on because the first.
So what? Yeah, the Reasonable Doubt, and then what we got like 3 albums after that before he finally
so
did something
Reasonable
good.
Doubt was crazy, and then Life and Times of Sean Carter Volume 1 was trash.
Yeah, that was
It
like in 2000, right?
People
Or
thought he was
99?
done. Apparently, people thought he was over for him.
That had all those. It had all those.
He died.
What was it?
Yeah.
What was all the? It had all the Ja Rule singers on it, or like you know what I mean? Like it had like these
Which-
pop singers on it.
Which one?
Oh no, who was the female rapper that it wasn't Foxy Brown. It was this. Was it Foxy Brown?
Look, Kim, Queen Pen.
No,
you
there was a
thinking
Foxy
about-
Brown track. There was a Foxy Brown track
That's
he
the
did.
first album, yeah.
No, on the first.
Yeah,
Okay, no,
Ain't
on
No
the second,
Nigga?
on the second one, on the second one.
There's no song on the second one you can remember. No one knows the song from his second album.
He had that. He had a hit single that had a
There's
sing.
no hit single on the second album.
Cause wasn't that dropped during
Hey,
like
tell
Ja
him,
Rule?
Try your hardest throughout this whole podcast to remember
Yeah.
one song from his second album. You won't do it. That's how bad the album is. And then I'll show you the single that was the single from that album. You'll be like, I never fucking heard this song before in my entire life. I promise you. It's so bad.
You know,
do you know the single
that I'm talking about?
from Life and Times Volume 1?
Here's honest admission time, dude. I never ever got into Jay-Z.
Never?
Never.
Never. I figured that. I knew when I started
20
talking, I knew
years-
you weren't really.
20 years as a hip hop DJ, and I never gave 2 fucks about
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
I never was a Jay-Z stan, but I did always like a Jay-Z song when it came around.
I mean, like, yeah, I've heard him enough. It was like one of those things. It was like, well, everybody else playing. I guess I'll find something else to play.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as a DJ, you have a completely different perspective.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like the same shit. It's like you don't have to buy half these albums because you hear them in cars, parking lots, and on the radio.
Right.
The fuck am I gonna buy a Peter Guns and Lord Tariq album for?
That was during the same time. Yeah,
That
Peter
song
Guns
was everywhere.
and didn't Shaq produce those too? Shaq Diesel produced
Like,
those.
is Shaggy the producer or whatever?
Yeah, like he founded the, or you know, he was doing a Puff Daddy thing.
Wyclef did the beat, I think. Didn't Wyclef?
For
I'm
what?
sure. Yeah, Wyclef probably did
The
that.
main
Uptown,
one,
Uptown.
Uptown, baby, you get around, baby.
Yeah.
Wyclef is
I feel
a
like Wyclef had a finger in that.
yeah. He's like
Took 2 points off of it to buy another Lamborghini. For
who's
his
the
collection.
dude? Who's the dude that like kind of like crafted Michael Jackson?
His father.
Quincy Jones. What? No, yeah, totally, yeah.
You mean Joe Jackson?
Yeah, Joe Jackson.
He crafted it with an iron hand, my friend.
So what was Joe Jackson's relationship to Quincy Jones? Like, is there photos of them too?
Well, Quincy was the one that kind of turned his solo career into something
Yeah.
when he left.
Yeah.
They had that kind of whatever, like that laser anime looking Jackson's album.
Mhm.
Kind of, they had the high, remember that track on it? Remember that? It was right before he went full solo, and then Quincy Jones kind of picked him up.
So Quincy Jones like took over and made Michael Jackson what he was.
he just produced all. He got all those musicians together to make all those beats.
You know what
Well,
I just?
yeah.
I just watched that Netflix documentary, The Black Godfather, and it's about, I forget the dude's name, but he was like one of those dudes too. Like he was that DJ Khaled of the '70s without the annoying screaming, but he was the one who put all those people in a room. He was a name that was respected. He was the guy that walked in that people were like, well, who is that? And then people who knew were like, oh, that's this guy. And he's like a fixer. He's like a dude. There's a documentary called The Black Godfather on Netflix about this guy. He was around.
He's like a producer. Dude.
Him and Quincy Jones are like best friends. And they have several interviews together about that whole process. It's amazing. You should watch it.
What's that guy, Storch?
Scott Storch.
I hate that guy.
The original keyboard player in the Roots.
He's the guy who ruined everything on hip hop, man. I thought it was Puff Daddy.
He stole a bunch of shit.
I started realizing when I stopped liking songs was when he was like putting his keyboard in his.
Well, what was?
And I can't remember what song. Tell me his hit song. Like when he started doing the Pharrell thing.
He did the Dr. Dre within the 2001 still.
Oh, he did.
That little piano riff is in the bling bling.
Hey, that one's good. That's
amazing.
good though.
It's timeless.
But I feel like Raphael Sadiq did that.
All I know is like I've heard some crazy stories about how much coke Scott Storch has done.
Of course.
Yeah, that guy.
Like
that guy's a
$1 million,
nutcase.
like $1 million.
He's like a Liberace. He's like a heterosexual Liberace or something like that.
There's some people you look in their face and you knew they do
Yeah,
coke.
it was some shit.
Yeah.
It was like he's like, yeah, I just did coke for like a week straight and then woke up in a Lamborghini. You know, like look at we made that Dre money. There's some really funny
Crazy,
fucking
man.
stories.
I've done coke, and after a while, you have to stop doing coke.
Yeah.
You have to stop. Like after a day, it's like.
What about when you stop?
Out of the will for that one.
Wait, what about when you do that long bender, right, and you stop?
It's only been a day. It's only so many times I can stand in my own kitchen and listen to people talk about their childhood at 5 a.m. You know, I can't do that.
Oh yeah, well, what if you do coke by yourself?
That is insane to me. My
'cause
friend was doing coke the other night, by himself, right? He was like, I was up late.
He's probably being productive as hell.
Drinking White Claws, doing lines, and watching Narcos by myself. I'm like, you are insane, my friend.
Well,
God, well.
was good with the White Claw.
I'm sure it was an amazing evening by himself.
Diet.
And he owns
Yeah.
steaks. That's a very cocaine night he had.
White Claw and Coke sounds like a
You
perfect
know he
supplement.
took that snake at some point, was guzzling White Claws and doing lines.
Yeah, like did a line off the snake.
Jesus Christ, that's a Snoop Dogg fucking deleted scene, man. Fucking hell, that's my friend. He goes on those coke benders, man. He'll hit me up. He's like, I just got a bag. Are you coming out? And I'm like, dude, I gotta have a real life at some point.
Yeah, you're young still. You got a few years to fuck it
I'm
all up.
34, man. I'm on that verge. I'm gonna be president next year. I gotta stop.
Yeah. Good luck, man. Good luck.
I don't think Trump has stopped. Pretty sure he did stay in coke.
He definitely did coke on the campaign.
Yeah,
trail.
that's where this one comes in right here.
All of fucking Trump's promises were definitely
fake.
things that somebody
Yeah.
who's on cocaine says.
Do you remember this scene right here?
Fugazi. You know what a Fugazi is? No. Fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, Fugazi,
It's
Fugazi,
Goodfellas.
it's a Wazi, it's a Woozy, it's a
What is this?
Fairy dust. All a Fugazi. You know what a Fugazi is?
No.
Fugazi. It's fake.
I
Yeah,
felt like when we
Fugazi,
started with this.
Fugazi, it's a Wazi, it's a Woozy, it's a
Fairy dust.
Are you making a beat?
No, I didn't make that beat.
Fugazi.
But I like that. I was gonna track that Fugazi.
it's a Wazi, it's a Woozy, it's a
Fugazi. See, if I put that.
Fugazi. You know what Fugazi is?
What's that from?
Fugazi.
Wolf on Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf
Okay,
of-
that's a cocaine movie for sure.
Yeah.
That's a Quaalude.
Crack.
That movie is a celebration of Quaaludes, and it is absolutely a testament to why they were fucking outlawed.
Yeah. Well, did you ever do lewds?
I've done some bootleg ones. They were basically out of commission by the time I got to my experimental age. But I have known some designer people, and I've done what was supposed to be the chemical formula. Fucking insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of people who did lewd said that movie pretty much was dead on.
Yeah.
What, like not remembering anything?
Yeah. It's basically
Like being like physically out of commission like that. That was part of it. That's crazy to me. I've never done anything that's like fucked me up that much.
See, they chop up any of that MDMA or the Molly shit.
I've done a
and,
ton of different little chemical arrangements of Molly. whatever they want to call it. They're like, oh, this is Molly now. Like, okay, this is the closest thing to Molly since it's been outlawed. Yeah, this is the close, and it's always different a little bit. But I've never been like fucking drooling, done off,
Yeah, shit.
I'd say,
lose
like,
level.
I've done my fair amount of experimenting, and I would say the best shit I've ever done is one cut cocaine that came like straight out of Mexico, like, from like just knew a guy. And he was like,
You had to connect.
Did-
he was
did-
like,
did-
hey, this is my personal stash, and he did a couple, and that shit was. It's basically the stuff that comes straight from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
It gets cut.
It's that Sigmund
somewhere
Freud
else.
shit. It's Sigmund
And
Freud
it's
shit.
just like it was, you know when you do the coke and like 10 minutes later you got to shit, you know? What
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
really not
Your
the
your
best
phone,
of
your
all.
shitting
Yeah.
latte,
Yeah,
your shitting
yeah,
latte
yeah,
foam.
Yeah, and then
Cocaine
no,
shit.
this stuff was just like boom, you hit it, and it was just kind of mellow, and then it was just like zang, like in the fucking wormhole.
Just like in the movies, how
and
they make it look.
Yeah, and then like the come down was just clean. There was no weird headache. There was nothing. It was just all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, you weren't high.
I guess that's why I don't like coke, because I'm always doing trash coke.
Yeah.
I'm always
Yeah.
like, at the end of it, my head is all tight, you know? I'm just like,
Yeah, just the garbage shit. Like I said, it's whatever it's cut with, it's just it's the bootleg. It's the worst, man.
You'd think we'd have better coke in Phoenix.
Dude,
Seeing as close as we are to the border.
I just think because it's all export. It's like you know.
Yeah, doesn't it sound like a southern southwest drug?
It feels like we would be the kings of the cocaine capital of America.
The
But it's
desert.
in SoCal.
I think we are.
Albuquerque.
I think we are like the truck stop.
Of the-
Expo. We are the
we're
warehouse.
the- we're the-
everywhere else.
Oh,
So
really?
if you have the
Oh,
right
Yeah,
connection, you
yeah,
can get to
yeah.
the pure shit before it gets cut down.
Yeah, because I think basically whatever. What the way he explained what one cut was, he's like, this is the stuff that comes straight from the producer, and then he's like, it gets cut twice before it even touches America. And he's like, but this was a special package from a cousin of a friend of a guy of a thing.
That never went through the regular shit.
Yeah, and he's like, he owed me some money, so he gave me a little.
That's
fucking,
crazy.
a dollop of the OG, you know, and like, it was just interesting, man.
well,
When you're in like the DJ game hip hop world, you meet everybody. When you are up at 5 a.m. like doing some fucking crazy DJ gig, like it's
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
weirdos come out.
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
you meet all kinds of fucking strange people.
I mean, this is the same way, like, comedy-wise, because we're pretty close proximity to DJs. I feel like those two are very, like, harmonious professions as far as live
because
performances.
well, there's a now. Yeah, there's a now.
But
to,
we
like, the
also, like,
performance.
it's a very live performance, and it's also very, that performance is always in the moment. You know what I mean? A DJ has to sort of perform for that crowd in front of them, just like a comedian does. You can't just hit play on the script like a band or anything else, and you're like, that's what I'm doing. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. A DJ has to see the energy in the room, be like, okay, I need to go to this cut. I need to go here. I need to mix this up. Same way a comedian has to. So I think those two professions are always buddies.
Yeah, I just
Well, yeah.
it's the clubs, it's the dark late night.
Yeah.
It's like who like quote unquote no respectable people are up at that time.
No, not at
You know
all.
what I'm saying? It's the fucking psychos and the weirdos, and the weirdest is like the crazy sober people that are up at that age. That time, you know?
But isn't there always a crave? Isn't there kind of like an excessive craving of like a better night, in which the better night will always be weighed between all those horrible nights, which are your normal nights, and then the orgy.
That's a crazy place
Like-
to be. I've never been there mentally. I'm always like, where?
Well, I mean, when you're hitting them with, when you're in the rhythm and you're hitting them, and you realize, damn, everything's just, you don't even think about it, but everything's on the rhythm,
Yeah, everything's working out.
and they laugh at anything. You say fuck,
Yeah.
and they just, but then you're
That's
like this.
a rare night.
Yeah, so
That's a
you
rare
pretty much, that's where you want to
Just
be,
like
right?
it's a rare night for Goonie if he's spending everything he wants and people are wilding out on the dance floor.
Yeah.
It's a rare night.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's I just did my first. I mean, just did basically my first DJ gig since I came back in November last year, and it was great. It wasn't super packed. Everybody was vibing, feeling good. We drank 2 bottles of mezcal.
Nice.
Oh, at the Colton Brock thing.
Yeah. Colton did the mezcal mixer down at Melinda's Alley in the basement.
Oh, that's why you were there. I saw the picture and I didn't know why you were there.
Yeah, and then Breeze was painting live, like literally.
Was that Friday night? That was Friday?
Right in front of me, like right behind my laptop. Breeze was all night.
The whole thing.
Friday. That was my It was fucking great, and like I played, and like I said, it was one of those rare moments where it was like I had a specific kind of zone I was supposed to stay in, and I really kind of explored that. And I played everything. I had one file folder of like stuff I've been wanting to play out, and I played everything in that folder. It was fucking awesome. I brought some new records. I played some vinyl, some digital, and everybody seemed to be having a good time. And I got nothing but good reviews from like the management and staff and shit. And like I said, that's usually. And I only got one request, and I actually had it. It wasn't a bad song.
Really?
And she paid me $3.
Nice.
So,
She tipped the DJ. I feel like I went to Melinda's Alley once, and not to get on a fucking Phoenix bar review level, but I went there once and I was like, this is trying to be a speakeasy.
Where's that at? Where's that at? On 7th Street?
So it's like, you know, where Hilton Garden Inn is, in that alley right there between the Renaissance and the Hilton Garden Inn, across the street from the alley where Valley
Oh,
Bar is.
downtown.
Underneath the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
It's literally in like an old service hallway.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Renaissance.
Literally.
They just turned this service hallway into a speakeasy.
Yeah.
That's
Kinda
new.
bunch
This
of
is
crazy-
new. This is new.
2 years, maybe?
2
Oh,
years.
2 years
It's
now.
been open
Yeah.
for a minute now, but not a lot of people really rock with it, because this is why I don't think people rock with it on a level that they should, is because it's trying to be a speakeasy, and it is on a level format-wise a speakeasy. Sure, fuck yeah. But what that could be is just a fucking sweatbox turn up.
Yeah.
And we don't have one of those here.
Well, that's tough to do because there's 2 curtain doors that basically open into the hotel lobby. There's like a lower level hotel. I got turned around in there going to the bathroom, and this door opened,
Really?
and it was like there was a couple standing there with their bags, looking like they took the elevator to the wrong floor.
Really? Why don't
Yeah.
they lock those doors? Because it's a
Yeah.
fire hazard or some shit?
Yeah, because I think they have to be open. And then there's literally physically in like 2 of... That's what I'm saying, is like they just retrofitted a service hallway that was a connector between like the parking garage and the kitchen. And like if you go down the hallway, it's like the staff quarters and where you get your uniforms and housekeeping offices and security
Sounds like
and
the
all
perfect
that shit.
turn
back
up
out.
place, man.
Dude, I'm saying...
There's nothing like a place like that where you can wander down like a place in the building you shouldn't be and get a blowjob.
But I mean, the reality of it is too, though, that it's a corporate hotel, and like you know, the insurance probably wouldn't have. I mean, it's cool. They got a little light in the alley. If the light's on, they're open, and they'll post a security guard out there. Usually, if it's like some kind of event thing, and
It's
then,
like somebody's dad out there.
Yeah, it's just some dude in a suit, you know.
Some guy
And
from
then,
South Mountain High.
Their whole thing is like they don't have beer. It's cocktails only, and there's usually 4 or 5 cocktails you choose from. That's it. There's no
Like an In-N-Out burger.
You can't pick anything else?
No, you can't go down there and be like,
Shots.
yeah. I mean, you could probably buy a shot, but they just have like 4 or 5 drinks
Yeah.
on the board, and that's what you get.
Tight.
And they usually have a classic.
Do you-
There's
do you
usually
know-
like an old
yeah.
fashioned or something?
Do you know where they have a failed underground speakeasy type thing?
Do I know, or you,
I'm talking about
are you baiting me into telling me?
yeah.
Studio? Is there a studio one?
What? This one right here? This one right here? Dude, seriously?
I turn the fuck. I do
This
bunch
could be
of
a little
coke by myself
sweatbox.
in this room.
I've definitely fucking dose Molly and hang out in the corner in this shack right here.
They're them big old Aretha titties.
I'd be in the corner, just be like, nobody, just keep flicking the lights, please.
Yeah.
I'm in a zone.
No, they got a joint over there by the the Pita Jungle, over there on 2nd at 3rd Avenue and Roosevelt. You know that little corner?
Yeah.
Okay, there's this like a wine craft beer place.
Oh, you talking about that downstairs thing?
There's a downstairs thing,
Dude, it's very like that's
It's
a very
lame.
speakeasy.
but it's lame. Have you gone there and had
I've gone down there. It's very lame because they don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah, they
But
they
there's
don't.
somebody running a comedy show, and it's not amazing. I hear it's good, but you know what I like about it is it's very small.
Yeah,
It feels like some shit in New York,
yeah.
but like you gotta really freak it if you're gonna do some shit like that. You gotta really have something for people.
Or you
If
gotta
you're gonna
have,
that.
you
Why
gotta,
build that room unless you got some plans?
or put some.
Yeah.
It's pretty much.
That's my thing. It's like, why did you build this room and not have a fucking mission
Or have an employee that has full authority dictatorship over that room.
That seems to be like the Phoenix thing, though. It's like, hey, let's half-ass some shit for
Right.
a fucking little bit.
Like that room is like
No, because they see it. They see the surface.
It anyways. It's like, I saw this cool thing in New York once.
yeah.
I'm gonna half-ass attempt it, and then when I
Right.
blow that, like, it doesn't matter because they're gonna put a Jamba Juice in it. Anyways.
Right. People don't. They try to
like-
imitate things in New York, like, but they don't understand that those things in New York happen organically out of a need for them to be there.
Or just the need to have a fucking regular bar on your block where you go drink some fucking beers.
Dude, telling
Dude,
you,
you
man.
gotta
Wait.
fucking.
Why does every bar gotta have a fucking gimmick?
It's
That's
like,
what-
dude, yeah,
That's why Gracie's popped off, because the gimmick
Yeah.
was no gimmick.
yeah.
That was the gimmick.
And that in turn has become the gimmick.
Then that became the gimmick, and now people are already soft on it, right?
Yeah.
But we need more
Yeah,
spots.
but wasn't there a soft sell of Gracie's though? It was the owners opened it. They were neutral-esque people.
Yeah, they're like industry. Grace is industry.
Yeah, Grace. I've known Grace for years.
Yeah.
She's just like, it was just like, we're industry people opening an industry style bar,
Okay,
and then it's like.
so that's trustworthy.
but
It's not like
every time
somebody
I
in
go there, it's
cutesy.
like half industry people and like
That's the
half
problem.
hipster kids.
Yeah, I had to leave. I had to stop going. I used to go to Gracie's. We used to go to Gracie's after every Thursday night after we did
Yeah.
our show over at Crescent. That was the after party, and we loved it, right? Until I realized it's the same motherfuckers there. It's like I can't keep coming here and seeing the same faces every fucking time.
Unless people are gonna fight.
Yeah, I need to fight
What is it?
this
What
time.
does it take? No, but seriously.
We just need some people getting dropped.
It's
in
just
Gracie.
one punch.
No, but I mean, you could ask this question. I mean, Jobot and Lost Leaf are stalemates, aren't
I
they?
mean, shit, I got punched in the face at Welcome Diner like 2 weeks ago. So.
Yeah. So like this all.
What are you talking about? I was at Welcome Down 2 weeks ago.
Was that you?
Hey, was it me? Did I punch you in the face, Connie?
Was that when you got off the wagon?
Yeah, I fucking drunk those drinks with that girl. Yeah.
That was good. I was glad to see you.
I felt pressure not to drink, dog, because I was like, my balls were too blue.
just some bros. They came in. Just some bros. The broiest bro, the bro bunch was fucking broed out. And
Dude,
hammered
who was ready to fight over some
he just
fucking
stood up. I
chicken?
told you know what it is. Jet works there, and he told Jet to go fuck himself and called him a faggot.
Wow.
Jet who?
Jet Dispo.
Oh, Jet works there now?
Yeah, Jet's over there now. And so he basically told Jet to go fuck himself, and I heard him call him a faggot. So I went over. I went and asked Jet.
Jet would
what
have
was
punched
up.
him.
Jet was in the window. I was outside, so I asked him, "I hear what I just thought I heard." He's like, "Yep." And I was like, "Cool." So I went and told that dude, "I was like, when your food comes out, it's time to go." And he's like, "Well, you can go fuck yourself too." I was like, "Then you can fucking leave right now, dude." And he literally turned around on his stool, stood up, and hit me. That was it. Just like.
Damn.
Did you guys fucking kill him?
No, his boys jumped up and got in the middle of it. I was
What a
just kind of like
dipshit.
in shock. I was like, "What the fuck? Did somebody just hit me?"
Yo.
I was just like, "No, okay." And then like dudes came out, they got him, and his boys pushed him out into the street.
What a loser, man.
Yeah.
That's
Just
like, I
was just
can't.
like, all y'all get boxes, get your shit, get the fuck out.
Yo, there's no, I don't think you have any, there's no path of redemption in my book if you brawl over soul food.
Dude,
The only reason
he-
you
he
should
was-
be
he was-
fighting is
yeah.
that somebody fucked the potato salad up.
Yeah.
What was he? What do you? I mean, in all honesty, what was he fighting over?
He was hammered drunk. He was like they had come from somewhere else. They came in like his boys were cool. He was the only one that was all fuckered up. And like his
Didn't
boys
get
came
laid.
up. They got a last call around and all ordered food. So it's chill, you know. It's like they ordering food. They got a round of beers, and he was just sitting at the table, kind of like. And then about 20 minutes after all the food and their beers came out, you know, he gets up and goes over to the window and just is mumbling, talking shit, trying to order something. And then fucking, I don't know what Jet said to him, but he didn't like it.
Hey, you know Jet Dispo?
I know him by face, probably,
A
right?
Filipino guy.
Yeah.
I know him if I saw him.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah,
Big Jet, big tall dude.
I went to middle school with him.
Oh, that's
high
his
school
name,
too.
Jet.
He's
Okay,
nice.
I know him.
Yeah, we're like oldest friends.
Yeah, I knew he was out here. I knew he was OG from out here.
No, hey, you remember in the movie Mask? You remember with Jim Carrey? You remember it was like surreal, right? And all of a sudden, he's in the middle of like a restaurant, and it switches like he's on stage doing a balloon trick.
No,
Do you
yeah,
go- do you
they're
go-
in the
do you
alley.
get-
They're in the alley.
But do you get the dynamic of the movie? Do you remember this whole idea? Like here we are, reality, and then it goes. all of a sudden Jim Carrey goes into his
yeah.
pastiche, his little his cliche or
I
what.
literally just watched that movie
Yeah.
the other night. I got home, I was drunk as shit, and I just wanted to put something on and eat my sandwich, and I
Oh
just
yeah,
threw it on.
that's classic.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what movie is good by Jim Carrey. Cable Guy.
Cable Guy!
Cable Guy has
watched
now
it.
moved
Have you seen
to
that?
Hell yeah.
okay.
It's
Back
so
then it
dark.
was like
It's
back
so
then.
dark.
It's one of the darkest scripts ever. That was like
You know
a
who
huge
that
thing when
is?
that
You
movie
know
came
that?
out.
I think that's Ben Stiller's directorial debut.
Oh, wow.
Right. It was
He's
like
scary.
a thing.
Well, he did
Dude.
Tropical Thunder.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller is a
Dude.
trip. He can't act worth a shit, but
Dude,
his mind works in mysterious ways.
I remember seeing that movie. I think my brother took me to see it in high school. Like I was either in like
Cable Guy.
like,
Cable Guy?
I was like in 8th or 9th grade. I think
Yeah.
when it came out,
Yeah.
something like that. And I think my brother took me to see it. And I just remember being like, "Holy shit, this movie is psychotic! Like these nuts
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Like this is not."
I
Ace
couldn't follow it.
Ventura
I was
2.
too young to follow it.
Yeah, I was just.
No, I thought it
just-
was funny. I just knew
Dude.
it was dark.
Yeah, that's what the thing that like, especially when it ends, you know, and it ends with him basically almost committing suicide or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, and it's just like, holy shit.
But dude,
Like,
like,
what the fuck did I just? I was like,
Yeah.
I was expecting like, because I grew up watching it in living color, and
okay, yeah, coming from that.
and like
Ace Ventura. Everybody knew it was Ace Ventura.
I saw Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura.
This was like a mature version.
That was like the third VHS I think I ever
Yeah.
owned was like Ace Ventura. I
Oh,
got it
shit.
for like probably one of my birthdays. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
13th birthday or something. Mom got me Ace Ventura, and I was just, and then we saw Cable Guy, and I was just like, oh wow, like it, like literally, like it changed the way I thought about comedy. It was probably the first time I could remember absolutely understanding the concept of dark comedy or black comedy.
Really?
After that, you know, where it's just like, okay, there is a certain level of hilarity in like these sublimely depressing and horrible evils of this world.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's this absurd horror to like reality.
Yeah.
And like you can choose to, you know, become the fucking crazy serial killer dude, or you can become you can get into comedy. you
Yeah.
know?
But
Yeah.
this is what trips me out when I watch the movie now, is that he was flipping through cable channels, in the same way today we flip through social media channels,
Right.
and how we try to. I mean, everybody's really fucking. I mean,
He predicted the Xbox.
I mean,
Like,
think about how
you can
awkward.
play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Vietnam. you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but everything Jim Carrey did in that movie was the awkward person that wants to try to be your friend.
But yo,
Yeah.
the thing is, we've all come in contact with that person.
We've been that I've been that person too. So
I don't know if I've been to that extreme.
not that extreme, but you get like
I've-
you're like, oh, I'm
I've
fucking
met
doing that.
people-
I'm doing Jim Carrey right now.
I've met
Yeah.
people who are on that extreme though.
Yeah.
I have a person now. I know a person right now who texts me
Yeah.
nonstop. This girl I met.
Hey, what
when-
you doing?
Dude, I went. So when I was climbing, before it got hot, I was going up Piazza with Pete, my homie, right? And we would go every Saturday morning. And we're up there at the top, and we get to the top, and we're kind of chatting a little bit. And this girl was in earshot, and she sort of like jumped in. You know what I mean? Very Cable Guy fucking stuck
Yeah.
to it. And we were like, she was like, I just moved here from Raleigh, and blah blah blah. And we're like, yeah, well we fucking. She's very cute, very attractive. She's like I think she won Miss North Carolina. Like
Yeah.
she's like good looking, right? But I didn't really my type. I wasn't really hitting on her or nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, we climb the mountain. If you want to have like some friends to climb the mountain with, yo, we do this every weekend. So exchange numbers.
Yeah.
My homie goes out with her.
Oh yeah.
My
Yeah.
homie goes out with her, and it's like a thing because they were like, "Oh, she's crazy," like so we don't even talk with her anymore.
Yeah.
But she still texts me non-stop. I have not seen her since the mountain.
Tell me what the text said. Like
Like, is it
generalizing.
gifts and stuff? Or is
No,
it
it's like it's just talking about where she's at in life, the fact that she's unemployed, the fact she can't find a dude that's worth the shit. She tells me about the dude she fucked in her building and how it isn't shit. And how
Okay,
she, like
yeah.
real shit. And I met her once on a mountain.
So you don't want to do any Charles Manson shit with her at all. Like,
He keeps on trying to get me to make a coven of women.
I mean,
Abe wants me to have a coven of women.
if it's for the greater good.
What, I'm gonna go around
listen,
and kill
listen.
Phoenix
She's
royally?
by herself. She has no father figure. You can give her that abstract father figure.
I could be a real problem for this woman. That is true.
Well, that would be material. Also, like forgiveness for you being like, I thought I was Charles Manson for a second. I'm really not. I just trying to find material.
Charles Munson.
Charles. I don't think I'm gonna create a cult of women that want to murder celebrities.
But then you get in their, like, the idea is that you enter their psyche and then you exit with material.
I think I could. I think I could.
Goonies ready to do it.
I think I could.
Yo, you ready to risk it all, yo?
I can take that. Joe, what the fuck else am I doing? 40.
Get on the map for something.
I've had my moment in the sun. Let's get dark with it.
Yeah, I like that idea. At 40, yeah, I'm gonna give it all up.
How many pimps do you think were fucking their hoes?
All of them.
Every single one of them.
Every single one of them.
You know,
That's part of it, at least.
How do you know that?
I don't think there's any pimp in the game like, I hate fucking
That's
shit.
I mean, he
I
might be.
just want
I'm
the
saying
money.
he might be fucking 2 or 3 of them, but he's not
part
fucking
of my
20
French,
of
but
them.
that's literally how you turn a bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
You fucked them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get them hooked
And
to
you
the
put them on the
day.
track.
God.
Sorry, like not to freak anybody out. If
That's the
But you know, you fuck. But I don't
think.
think they fuck them the same way everybody else fucks them. They fuck them mentally.
Yeah,
spiritually.
it's deeper than just
On
the
different
physical.
levels.
Absolutely. I used to, when I lived in...
So in the same sense, what I'm trying to say is they're not really fucking the girls. They're not really
Pimp's
fucking the
love.
girls.
Pimp's love.
Let's
is
make
different
I'm going to write
from
a
squares love.
novel called A Pimp's Love.
No, straight up, man. Like, you gotta watch that documentary the Hughes brothers made, American Pimp. That shit, like, I almost.
I think I've seen
I
that.
thought about getting into pimping after I saw that.
Dude, I hung out with an actual pimp out in Nevada when I lived out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew some dudes and saw that shit. I was like, really? You guys make that kind of money? Like, just.
For me, it was like just seeing it happen, like turning somebody. I was like, really? You're down for this?
Dude, yeah. Dude.
That was wild
That
to
was
see
a
like
really-
girls be like, you
that
know
was a
what? This
really
is
dark
I'm
time
down.
for the Empire, man.
Yo, I was in a dark place. I got to a place I was like, yo, do you ever need muscle?
But are
for
you
this
giving?
shit?
But in the same sense as how the first world
About to become
exploits
Gator.
how the first world
It was a
exploits.
dark place.
But aren't you giving them jobs? Isn't that the whole capitalism? It's
More
like
job
if I wasn't
creators.
over there exploiting
If
Chinese labor,
if we're not talking about the moral implications of this shit, sure.
you're giving it.
Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely, the agreement has been made.
all. Aren't we all?
You guys are both,
We're all
yeah.
being pimped and hoed at the same time.
Yeah,
aren't we?
we could get real general, real like grand thought scheme about it, sure. But yes,
It's what makes the world go round. This idea of fan performer,
yeah.
pimp.
Because
hoe.
the same morality argument you have for a pimp versus a pimp in a host relationship is the same morality that you can have with gay marriage. It's like it's an agreement between two people.
Yeah.
So leave them the fuck alone.
I
Yeah.
think it's the same mentality you have at fucking accepting a job as a fucking
Okay,
bank
okay.
teller at
Right.
Chase. Like, you know you're fucking people over.
So
for some
so can we
corporation.
say
You
that
know
the
what I'm saying?
Epstein
Like,
guy is innocent?
No, 'cause
Wasn't he
that-
giving
that-
people
'cause that's-
jobs?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he wasn't
that's,
chaining them. R. Kelly wasn't chaining them up. Supposedly, he wasn't.
Yeah, but that.
But isn't this a method of capitalism?
Well, that is ultimately that is the essence of the pimp game, is that you are mentally subjugating somebody else
Yeah.
to get what you want, and use.
What happens if
Well,
you're
that's
not
what I'm
getting
saying, is
anything?
like-
You're just bored
and
as fuck.
With Epstein,
being rich.
like I think there's definitely like a line between like proactive sex work, like we're seeing with the Sesta Fosta activism with
Okay.
cam girls, porn girls, online
Okay.
people working, and then there's literally like child sex trafficking where you're putting 12-year-olds on a plane and flying them to Aruba so
Yeah.
Bill Clinton can fuck them in the ass.
So
That
what
kind of
makes
shit,
so
you know
what
I'm saying?
so
Like,
wait, before the predator comes, what makes them so vulnerable?
Because they don't have any options. You're a child.
yeah.
But what made them so
they're
vulnerable as a
brainwashed.
child? They have parents, don't they?
What like what's well, okay? So like let's go back to with Epstein, right?
Yeah.
The whole case that the 13-year-old girl, whatever at the time was that's going with Trump, says she was sexually assaulted 4 times, and that she was basically Epstein had this network of recruiters who would go out and find it. She was 13 in New York on a modeling contract. Like, I don't know what her home life was. I don't know what her background situation was, but from what I understand, she was in New York modeling, was recruited by one of Epstein's recruiters to come to parties to meet people and network and rub elbows. And basically their whole shit was like some bullshit. Like, we're going to take you to network, and then, oh, cool, it's cool. And then you actually go and you go into a place and fucking Bill Clinton's there. And fucking Donald Trump's there.
Powerful
and
figures
fucking
in that room.
The fucking... And you're
And
like,
what
I've
is
seen this
what
guy
is
on
your and
TV.
then what's the
And then-
the female asset? I
Well,
mean,
but
in
what
all
I'm saying is, like,
object
they're- the whole thing is like, well, you should go make friends with this guy, and then it's like, well, you should let this guy do what he wants to do to you because he's paying a lot of money to be here or whatever. And like, think about that when you were 13, how much influence.
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
had,
totally,
like,
totally.
You can tell me at 13
Not even
anything.
it's not even an age thing. It's an understanding. To put it in a way that might. What if you got into a situation where you got to a level and you had to make a decision that compromised who you were to the fiber of your being, and the consequences of you not accepting that offer is that you literally would never do art again for your whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Now I know it's hard to imagine that a scenario like that would ever happen because
it's
it's
a
probably
No,
never
I
happened.
can't. But I
And
can't.
it's a
But
passive
I can't imagine this situation. But then there's questions of, obviously, what do you mean by art? Is there even a self?
Yeah, but
Is there even?
but
Is
these-
this person even have a self
but
yet?
you
Or is it
don't-
just
you-
an idea?
Actually ruin your means of productivity.
Well, and couple that with the fact that you have a developing brain that does not have the cognizance to actually analyze that. Like you're talking, what you're bringing is 10 years down the line. This
Yeah,
is
you're
after you've
talking
taken
from
art
a
history in
yeah.
high school. You're talking about somebody that is like alone. They're 12, they're 13, they're out in this crazy world they don't understand, and they're being manipulated by people
That they trust.
that they have trust in because they see these people moving in these circles, and they don't know. You lack you literally lack the cognitive ability to discern right and wrong for yourself because you're so caught up in fucking whatever.
But are we?
And that's
yeah.
the manipulation. And that's from Epstein to fucking pimping to getting fucking like 15 to getting kids to sign record contracts.
or
you know what I'm
or
saying?
just
Like, it's the same
just
shit.
to give
manipulation.
a
Yeah.
third world country jobs.
Yeah, to give your fucking step cousin a fucking blowjob, whatever. It's the same manipulation down the line.
Yeah.
But then this is what.
Smoke and
But
mirrors.
isn't the issue is this the lingering regret of something? Isn't that really the evil? I mean, it has nothing to do with anybody. It has to do with, in the Buddhist sense, they can't let go of the lingering trauma.
Well,
The
but
thing
I mean,
is, you don't
but
have
yeah, I mean, I can't speak to it because I've never been sexually assaulted, but I have known multiple people that have,
Yeah.
and it is from what I can discern of it, it is something that never goes away. It's a permanent scar, and even that maybe some people have physical scars. Some people don't. There's people that like I have dated girls that have been sexually assaulted.
Dude,
and,
I assume
have
any-
them wake up screaming in the middle of the fucking night, and like there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do.
I assume any woman I
You
come in
know,
contact
yeah.
with has been sexually assaulted.
Absolutely. That's
That's an automatic assumption for me.
the fucking numbers are there. What is it, like 1 in 3 or 1 in, it's like up to 22. It's like 1 in 4, and then after that it's like 1 in 3.
Yeah, I assume
By the
every
time
single
they're in
woman
their
I have
50s,
contact
yeah,
with.
Okay, if
yeah.
that's the case, if that's the
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
if it's in that zone of general normalcy, then it seems natural that there's a female asset of they bring their body, the male brings their manipulation, and
But what? Okay, so then to counter that, then what is natural?
I would say nothing's natural. I was just saying
No,
within
but
the
what I'm saying,
pattern.
but like,
Yeah.
well, how would you counter that? Was like, well, the natural inclination is to kill this motherfucker, but we
Yeah.
live in a society.
Yeah,
We are evolved
sure.
to a point where
You
we
can't do
understand
that.
like killing is wrong. It's
Yeah.
like
Which would be a
raping
better
is wrong,
which
yeah.
would be a better
You know
discipline
what I'm
of
saying?
more
So
morals.
I get the
Yeah.
get the syntax or whatever you're trying to put there, but it's like it's
And I think you're just
Yeah.
speaking naturally to the cultural aspect of it. Like our American culture may be very predatory in nature because that's where it is.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
that sort of natural cultural sort of energy isn't present in other cultures. I mean, you go to certain tribes and bushmen of Africa, and they don't fucking
I'm
fucking
sure-
operate like that. It's not natural to subjugate women and put them in that area. There's matriarchal societies, you know, there exists. You can say that those are natural. You can say that the matriarchal societies are natural, and that men kowtow to the women's fucking reign.
fucking.
Who says that's natural compared to what's the opposite?
I mean, what
Oh
I-
no, I'm just talking
Yeah,
within
yeah.
systems. If we would assume that's this activity that all women are kind of predictably may have been assaulted one way or
In
another.
America, yeah.
In
100%.
America, that
America,
would be
100%.
that would be a system that is somewhat working its process naturally.
regardless of man or woman, it's the dynamic. That's all of a sudden.
and that goes back to the point where it's like naturally when you look at the scale and scope of human evolution, we were a fight or flight dominance based fucking society. That is the core intrinsic values that is inside most humans is like fight or flight, fight or fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same shit. But as the human timeline engages and goes down, we have evolved this set of morals where it's like, well, actually, you know, like, it's not really that desperate. It's not fight or flight. We could actually maybe talk this out, or we could, you know what I'm saying? Like, so where the base inclination is to be like, well, yes, you know, fucking, whatever, I fought, I murdered, I raped, or whatever. This was survival. And now we're at a point where like survival is like, more than likely, if you're born, you're gonna survive, given, you know, advantageous circumstances like food, shelter, light, water, you know, whatever. And so we don't have to think about that frantic, basic, like, am I gonna survive? I've got to kill this motherfucker for this cheeseburger. You know, it's like
it's crazy when you have to get
a job.
that point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a job, you can hustle, and so like, but that comes back down to like that, you know, superstructure of like philosophical thought. Like I think was where I felt like you were kind of.
Well, I'm trying. What I'm trying to do is
like we're trying to boil it down to a base denominator, and the reality is that like the base
or
denominator
just
has advanced. We're evolving, I guess.
It seems like it's happening. It seems like it's happening, and the precursors to find the. I mean, I felt like we've all became atheists, right? But we still try to find the devil. Like. Epstein's the devil, but we never. But I thought all these great thinkers already conquered God, and it's called systems and dialectic of organization. Like here's a man, here's a capitalism, here's a guy who's interested in power. Here's the innocent Bambi deer thing. She comes with her bright eyes. She wants dreams. He feeds her poems. But they're not published in any books. They're poems of like vulgarity.
Buckshot and blows her fucking head off.
Yeah, and then you dispose of them when you're done.
Yeah, you dispose them when you're done.
Yeah.
Because why? Because why? Because why did they dispose of them?
Because
why can't they go the long haul? Why can't they do the Michael Jackson long haul? Go all the way to the end.
They can. They have the power.
Well, then that's the problem. They should be finding these youngsters like they did Michael Jackson or any of these youngsters, and bring them all the way through.
Why would they do that? What's the incentive?
Because
of the
control.
Want is to dump a load in a 13-year-old vagina.
Well, no, I'm not saying dump a load in a 13
vagina. The fucking action is done after you fucking raped the girl and you're fucking.
I know that's horrible.
Yeah,
that's horrible. What if he dumped the load? What if he dumped the load, but then he took her in and then she became a fashion model?
Why would they do that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
What's the incentive to doing that?
Because she's beautiful.
Fuck him.
But he knows he's got 10 more down the line.
Yeah, why?
Well, that's the tragedy. He treats all these women the same.
Yeah.
Why doesn't fucking McDonald's keep their fry cooks on and make them fucking corporate assets?
I know that. Now this is
because it's cheaper and it's more, and you can reclaim power to dispose of them. You know why? Because the pool is so vast to keep doing that. The poor are always there, always clamoring to be in the
young, and always gonna be new young poor.
They're always replenished.
Yeah.
That's a replenished energy source. Those fucking 13-year-old beautiful girls.
They're like ambition.
Somebody's giving birth to a fucking
and they look just like the picture of they could be Beyonce.
There's somebody being born at Banner Hospital right now. Yeah. That is a candidate for these structures of power right now.
There is. I just drove by there. There was.
You saw him?
Yeah, I saw
It's
him.
very sad.
I saw it on the board.
Goody saw it outside.
It was the.
He walked in and said, "You will be a future Epstein, baby." Oh, Jesus Christ. So really work hard. Get into accounting.
Dude, that'd be such. Oh my God. See, Banksy wouldn't be that tough.
It's like that "you're sure of the debt" sign. It's just rolling over. It's like how many babies were born here today that are victims of child sex trafficking.
Well, okay, so
welcome to America. Baby.
So welcome, motherfucker.
So here's my solution.
You're gonna solve child sex trafficking.
Abe Zucker for the win.
Abe Zucker with the solution to the 1% child sex trafficking that Trump and Clinton fucking fuel their nutsack with.
We have to bring Bill Clinton back.
You should put this in like you should take this to Department of Justice. It should solve a lot of problems.
More Netflix.
I'm gonna drop right now. More Netflix. Drop drop it, and just letting you know this should be bigger than a podcast.
Oh yeah, if you want, subscribe.
Solution to sex trafficking.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. He's
Subscribe.
got the solution to sex trafficking. You just have to subscribe.
Subscribe now. Click on this.
That's the
link.
system's working right there.
Yeah. It's one of those 20 link pages. Where it's like they break down like an 8-second story into 25 clickable links with unrelated pictures.
Well, you really have to go the length. You have to go the length. You have to go the length. In opposition, you have to go the length.
I heard it was not about the length though.
It's about the girth,
It's
baby.
about the float in the boat.
Talking about that fat D.
You get nautical.
20,000 leagues under that puss. This is horrible. We're
Well,
talking about kids.
Hey, you ever heard? You know what my utopian ideal
I
is?
just like to kiss my dating life.
I want to say
goodbye.
hello that I love all my nieces.
Yeah.
Fuck, and they're all getting into modeling. I'm scared right now.
Go to school.
Go to school.
Just don't pay for it. Find out how not to
Fuck
pay
it.
for school. It's out there. I don't want to be that commercial.
I tell you, I'm not on
But
board.
get your ass in school.
I'm not on board with child sex trafficking, but I would love it if my kid was so sexy that they passed all their grades. The teachers thought they were so.
Okay,
hot.
how about this? How about this
And
question?
guys.
How about this question? How about this question? Sex trafficking or student loan debt? Which would you? What's the bigger evil? Obviously, sex trafficking,
That's
right?
fucked up, man.
Because that's their only choice. That's the only choice they have. Or drug addiction. I mean, what else? Or jail.
I mean, at least
You got four choices.
I'll
There's
tell you what.
no jobs. There's no jobs.
I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna pick one, but I'll tell you what. At least there's a way out of sex trafficking.
Those other three.
I won't pick which one, but there's a way out.
There's a way out. We just
There's
gave you
no
three.
way out of student loan debt.
I saw Eastern Promises too.
Somebody's got to have a knife fight with a dick on the bathhouse.
Oh God. There is no way
Somebody
out.
called Viggo Mortensen.
I want him to fuck somebody right
Man.
in front of me.
I kept my student loan debt because I enjoyed the hatred of this ambiguous thing that I hated. That kept no, it's the ASU. You know, they kept accruing my debt, and I never wanted to pay it because I loved how they kept adding money as they kept making it impossible. So I kept thinking about death. If I die, I
over.
win.
It's over. What's the worst thing happen? I die? You're not actively coming after me.
They were though. They were starting to send me serious letters. I bailed for 3 years, and they sent me this big fat number.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to these NPR podcasts and things. And like, there's only two things: it's death and student loan debt. It's not taxes.
Hell
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
You can't bankrupt yourself and get rid of your
I
student
had a
loan
homie
debt.
straight up run him up and leave the country.
Yeah.
He does not live.
Can
I'm
you-
not gonna blow him up. I'm not gonna say where he lives. Luxembourg City. But you know, like.
You're not gonna get his number. I need some answers.
No.
What do you think? Do you have
He ran
student loan
him up,
debt?
got a master's
Anwar, you got
degree,
student loan
fucked
debt?
off.
Nah, dude. I bailed out of that shit. I got fucking medical debt, and I owe the feds.
Well,
So
you can get out of that. That
yeah.
shit, they fuck them.
The
I got
feds are on my ass. But
like 4Gs for some sort of hospital
yeah, it's
thing.
like bullshit money. Like I think I owe like 9 across. Like
What happened? You fell or
I
something?
had a tumor scraped out of the inside of my face, man.
No shit.
Yeah, I had a tumor
what happened?
packed into my
That's what
sinuses.
happened to your face?
Yeah, that's what when you look at it, it's tumor
I
face,
see it,
dog.
I see it. Tumor face.
I told him to cut my face off and put a new face on, but it was elective.
John Travolta was.
They could have
thinking-
put Nicolas Cage. They could have put Nick Cage or John
Put a
Travolta.
white face on my face so I have options in this country. I was in the Mayo
Can you
Clinic
give
like,
me
give me
Nick
that white
Cage's
baby's
hairline?
face. Yeah, give me Nick Cage's hairline, the face of a white baby,
Yeah.
and let me fucking have a life in this country.
I would have bought that DVD.
Call White Baby Face Off.
Coming soon from the Wayans, brother.
Sorry, David Wayans Jr.
Sean and Marlon Wayans in White Baby Face Off.
White Baby Face Off. Where the white babies you got these faces from?
They're in a sorority now.
They're sex trafficked.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you want
I want a little baby
This
with
is a
no
very
face.
dark podcast.
This is super dark.
Hey, you want another beer?
Oh yeah, sure.
You want some water or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought some smoke too. If you guys want to smoke, it's in my bike.
I'll get that beer. We'll just put another 20 minutes in. We'll be done.
Perfect. We can put another 2 hours on. Shit.
Yeah, dude.
This is going to weird places.
Yeah, I didn't think I had to argue against sex trafficking.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd have to admit that I literally thought about pimping at one point.
Dude.
I was in a weird spot.
I don't think I've ever gotten that dark. I did hang out with a pimp in Nevada, and that was an odd, like, friend to have. He's like my only friend too.
I knew a guy. Oh, perfect.
You want water?
Yeah, I'll do a beer too.
Oh, you do a beer?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
I just got 2 left, but here.
That's right. I got water on my bike too.
Okay.
That ain't no thing.
Oh, sweet, man.
I thought you were all straight edge, man.
I am, but I'm not.
There's girls I know.
I am, but I'm not.
I mean, I could ride over to Circle K and get another 6-pack. It'd take me like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, shit, we can just keep going. Shit, what do you got plans tonight?
I'm on a
was
day
gonna-
off. My day is already ruined by my work.
I was gonna get on some Bumble profiles and fuck it up.
Yeah.
What's Bumble?
Dude, I just fucking I got rid of all
Fuck
that
out.
shit. Yeah, I got on. You know what's funny is like I got on like the BBW one.
That sounds fun.
I was hanging with a homie and he was telling me about all these dating profiles. I started looking at them and then I was like, oh, there's one for like kind of big girls. I was like, shit, fuck it.
That sounds amazing.
I'm down to fucking slam it out with some big girls.
I love me some big girls, man. Oh man, that's
Big girls,
just
small
fun.
girls, skinny girls, whatever, baby.
I tell you what, man, I've
Well,
never had better sex than with a bigger woman. It's all
I don't like sex.
no? Are you one of those?
No, I just hate when
Sexual?
I just hate when things are over.
His 3 children were a contractual obligation.
I kind of do like when things are over.
At gunpoint and inseminate your wife.
I want another baby.
I know your dick doesn't get hard, Abe, but I want a son.
No, after I had twin daughters, I got vasectomy straight up. I hunted around for the cheapest price because I didn't have no health insurance.
You should go down to Tijuana and get your
No,
dick sucked.
I went to Sun City. I had this 80-year-old dude do it.
And
You know-
Rainbow Lanes.
he went down to Tijuana, got 1 cut cocaine and a vasectomy.
It's right behind the Yanta.
They just powdered.
Which one?
Look for the tire shop with the scissors on the sign.
No, but for real, that's a good story though. I
Your
heard.
vasectomy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard.
Say about your dick getting cut.
I heard a lot of people when they get their vasectomy, they tell them they gotta shave at home and get it all cleaned up. And
That's bullshit.
that's not with mine. I had this nurse. She talked to me about like where I'm from and what I do, and while she gently shaved my shit.
Wax or shave?
Shave
With
a
a
razor.
razor or clippers?
Straight razor.
With the she just went like she cupped it and shaved it like a gentle goddess.
Scares me.
And she looked me in the eyes and she just like, I mean, well, she had to look at where she was shaving too. But she was just talking like a regular person and she shaved me. And then she kind of like held my arm while the doctor went in there and pretty much is like hot tweezers that just pierce your ball sack. And then you smell like something like you blew a speaker. And then you're green. You're green. Like you're seasick.
Is that a magnet melt?
Because you feel this line, there's this nerve that goes from your nuts to your like
Oh yeah.
right
through
here,
your system.
like you fell off a roller coaster. Like, and she said, and then all of a sudden the color came back into my face, like I wasn't green anymore. And she's like, God, I don't know what I thought, but I'm glad you're here again. And I was like, fuck.
Did it hurt?
It was just a feeling that you don't. It's like
Like
getting,
you
it's
got-
like either
like
getting
you got
kicked over the
kicked in
balls
the
or
balls.
or
Like
skydiving.
G-force
It's
kinda
like skydiving, yeah, G-force shit. And then when it was over, I watched Full Metal Jacket with edamame on my nutsack. That's the name of my album and my cookbook.
American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our international viewers. This is what happens
When you want reproductive rights.
Oh, but you know what's so awesome? You know when they were when people have the argument against homosexuality, like it's not natural because God made you to make babies and shit. It's like when you have a vasectomy, when you have sex now, it's kind of like, dude, there's only one reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah, for sex.
For
There's
sex.
nothing natural about
There's
it.
no babies happening.
It's against all
Can you
arguments.
imagine completely? Even if you have a prophylactic, you still have this 1% or 2% or 10% maybe,
Chance
or
you're getting
either get a VD or her getting a baby. Either way.
Right.
Man, I've rolled the dice for too long.
I know.
I feel blessed.
I know. I
before
get what
you
you're
and
saying.
have
I get.
no
What,
VD
I get
and
that.
no children.
I get that. That's kind of lost too. That wild side of like, you never know what you're gonna get here. Am I gonna get some gonorrhea or is she gonna get a baby?
Yeah. Or is is the fucking the plan just still going according to plan?
You got Lucky Street. You should go to Vegas there, Goonie.
Yeah, because when you get
I should. I'm like that Damian Lillard man. My poetic brain is strong. Strong.
My pull-up game is whack. I've already had an abortion. The wackest pull-out game ever.
Ah, man, I've never had to go through that. Shit, I never even had a girlfriend live with me, so fucking whatever.
Yeah, I've had that too. Both the same woman.
shit, I never had sex. I don't know what you guys talking about.
Damn.
What's that pussy smell like,
How are
dog?
my kids doing, Abe?
That's immaculate conception, dog. I'm like, I'm
got-
God, dude, or
You got
I'm
three
Joseph. I don't know what the
Antichrist
fuck.
kids in there.
Twins, immaculate twins.
Yeah, shit. That's all. It's all trouble. I can understand why motherfuckers don't want people to have sex, and they get all freaked out regardless if it's hetero or homo.
I honestly, God, you know, my batshit crazy theory is that I feel the abortion laws are a way to
Sell more albums.
no, it's a recruiting tool for the Department of Defense because the recruit numbers are down. So if you can increase the possibility of children being born out of wedlock into
With no options.
single parent homes or adopted homes and no options in the socioeconomic plan, the percentage would say that there's a high percentage that if you proactively target those kids, that they'll join the military. So I think it's
I like that.
that's my theory behind
It's a
the
good
real
theory.
the real shit is that it's a way to bolster active recruitment numbers for the U.S. military.
You've gotten really specific with it, but I also agree like that the anti-abortion is
And also
just,
they hate women.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the anti-abortion is just a campaign to increase the poor, disaffected youth
Yeah.
to being fodder in the system.
Well,
Once you-
yeah, that's what it is. It's like they're either gonna go into the military, they're gonna go into jail, or they're gonna be some fucking wage slave for fucking.
Yeah,
they're gonna be in the lower class.
They need grease for the gears.
Yeah, and ultimately, it's just another pile of bodies for the fucking 1% to stand on.
Yeah, that's why they don't care after you're born. It's like, no, I don't care after you're born. I just need you to be here to be a part of the system. The system works with you being in it.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. You need bodies in getting crushed between the gears to grease the wheels.
Yeah.
What I think is, if you're a child, like we were talking about, this innocent child that the brain isn't developed, they get meaning by being crushed in the gears. And these Epstein guys or this military industrial complex
Well, that's what they try
knows
to
like,
sell you.
hey, I'm at least giving him a fucking meaning.
That's the job
And-
creator myth. That's what
Yeah.
they say is like, I'm giving this formerly affected lost person that feels lost in this world. I'm giving them meaning
Yeah.
by providing
Do you
this
really
opportunity
believe
to get
that?
out
Do you
of their
believe
shit.
do you believe Donald Trump's is a real existentialist?
No, I think he's a fucking cunt.
No, but do you think he might be talking himself, saying like, "Hey, I'm giving meaning both sides of the wall"?
No, he is pure snake oil and opportunism. That's all there is
I
to
think
it.
he's a con artist.
And he.
It's one of the best con artists we've ever seen.
No, he's not. That's the whole point. That's the whole point is that he's not that good of a con artist, but the fucking entire machine is designed to back somebody up like him.
Yeah.
What was this? The reality is like the Electoral College was created to prevent people like him from getting into office, right? But with partisan gerrymandering from both sides, fuck
Both
the Democrats
sides now.
too. Fuck the Democrats.
Democrats
too.
are
Fuck the
super
fuck the
on
spineless-
gerrymandering now.
Fuck Nancy Pelosi, you spineless fucking millionaire.
You hear that,
You know what I'm
Nancy?
saying?
You
Like, fuck that
bastard!
shit. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck them all. Fuck Kamala Harris. The only person, like, and honest to God, like, fuck Bernie and fuck Liz Warren. Fuck them
Yeah.
all, dude.
What about Yang?
like,
What
the
about
reality-
Andrew Yang?
No, fuck that guy. He's a tech
You don't like
bro.
him either?
No. I don't like any of them.
I like
but
what he
but
was
I
saying.
do believe that there is to jump into politics real quick. I do believe that there is a split ticket between two candidates that will probably beat Trump and could hold power for 8 years and reverse all this bullshit. And it would be some combination. I would put it like you basically need Warren and Sanders to team up after Joe Biden gets humiliated for the fucking last time with his racist ass super predator bullshit. Fuck Joe Biden, you racist fucking cunt. Fuck you. You need somebody like Sanders and Warren to team up, or Sanders and Castro, or Warren and Castro.
And what's the third
Warren
team?
and Castro, and then you pepper these people in. You know, you get fucking Buttigieg. Yeah, good to meet you.
Get Yang involved in
You're
some way.
Secretary
Yeah.
of fucking
You're right.
Agriculture Development.
Secretary of
Fucking-
But wait, what
You know
about what about
And
the
you know
dialogue? What
you know
about the
But
explosion of
You
dialogue?
make Kamala Harris AG. You make Kamala Harris AG with very specific directives. You are to go after the fucking bastards and not the fucking poor people. You know what I'm saying? And you give some of these positions out. Swalwell canceled today. He's out. He's out.
They're already dropping out
Yeah,
after the first
but
debate?
Yang's bullshit. Like, dude, I've done multiple readings on UBI. His UBI is bullshit.
What's the UBI thing?
Universal Basic Income. His UBI lacks a cohesive long-term plan. His UBI is based on like some speculative tech bro shit, and it doesn't actually solve the fucking problem.
Of what? Existential
problem.
purpose?
It doesn't solve the problem of excess workforce and unavailable capital, which is what UBI is basically designed to do. It takes the excess. Takes the excess value of capital as produced by the billionaire class and it takes it away from them buying a third fucking yacht or a 40,000 fucking home, and it puts it into basic coverage for fucking people that need it. The lower fucking 89 or 90% or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So like that's the all altruistic and intrinsic ideation behind fucking UBI is that we take the money from the rich. It's Robin Hood. We take the excess capital from the rich and we provide for those that need it most, which is in the capitalist American society that we are, is most of the fucking population. I read something today that said if they just the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, the nonpartisan organization, released a report today that said if you just raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour, 27 million Americans would fucking get a pay raise. 27 million people would get a pay raise.
Right,
But
so
it would. But the small businesses would collapse.
I don't think so.
You need giant franchise bureaucracies to hold that weight.
Because all of that payment comes out of the top tier. You have to structure all of that payment to come out of the top tier.
All right, so what if... Okay, so on the UBI thing,
And then
what if I want the UBI?
Yeah.
you should talk to your general care practitioner.
I want the UBI. I don't want extra money for minimum wage.
No.
I just want $1,000.
Like a voucher system.
Well, and that's and
Like you choose.
Can we keep that and call it reparations?
One of the core ideas behind UBI is that it is a way to use unearned wealth, like the way like residuals roll over for capital gains, inherited wealth from like the wealthy, right? So you're a Trump guy. Trump didn't make any of that money. His dad made all that fucking money. He inherited it and he passed it down to his fucking idiot kids. Your kids are idiots, Donald. Your kids are fucking mongoloid mouth breather fucking idiots. And I'm sorry if that offends the.
Fred Trump did the same thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, so it's a way to equalize generational wealth that surpasses the mass. And the idea is that you take taxes on the transfers of that wealth, and it's not like we're saying like all these billionaires are suddenly going to become like middle income $35,000 a year earners. We're taking the cream off the top, and we're it's the actual what trickle down economics was supposed to do, which it was never designed to do. It was all hyperbole. It was all bullshit. And what it's really designed to do is to take the cream off the top and level the playing field and raise everybody up. You know, the fucking rising tide lifts all boats, right? That's what they like to say.
Yeah.
Well, this is the actuation of that.
Everything you're saying is so quantified and like Adam Smith like. It's so countable, and I think that's the problem. I think there's too much quantification. And what I think is you need to look at the virtual purpose of everybody's existence through the phone, through going to school, and never get a job, but just try to get it. Yeah, don't become a comic, just try to be a comic. Yeah. Isn't that possible for everybody to do?
I'm still trying. So.
I don't know.
I know. So aren't you kind of? Isn't that a great life? At least you're not.
Fine.
At least you're not getting fucked by Epstein.
At what point is that semantics?
Yeah.
It's semantics.
I
totally believe we're in a
comic.
I think we're in a semantic world.
Washing dishes right now, you know.
And it's great. And guess what? When they succeed, they look back at that time and they're like, dude, that was the best of my life.
To go back to what I was going to say, though, is like the idea behind UBI is that it provides an income buffer for unpaid labor, like family caretakers, like stay-at-home moms, people that take care of the elderly that don't get, like all these things, people that take care of their children. It basically is a way to pay, moms or dads, because it's the 90s or whatever, to stay home and take care of their fucking kids. It's a way to bolster.
But this is what I was going to say. Let's just go back to that. Parents stay home and take care of their kids.
Yeah.
And do what? The fuck your parents gonna do with their kids?
But what I'm saying is, like,
they don't do shit with their kids if they have free time. You're gonna take them to fucking McDonald's. That's all anybody ever would do with their kids. But there is not shit to do with kids.
In that school, like in the 0 to 5 school age gap, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a way for people to not, where you can spend your time focusing on child development for the first 4 or 5 years, because Jeff Bezos hasn't paid taxes in fucking 10 years, and we just scraped all that tax revenue that he's not getting off the top of his fucking $1 trillion in cash, whatever the fuck he made this year. We're gonna take $500 billion of that, and we're gonna make sure that anybody that has a kid has enough time to fucking, with like paid maternal and paternal leave. We are able to pay people that have to take in their elderly, because they can't afford to put him in a fucking home or a fucking. I agree
on all these moral things.
Quick gear change. Yeah. How much control do you think Bezos has over the current American government? Influence-wise,
all of it.
You say that. I know that they don't pay taxes. They found all the loopholes. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have any influence.
He does. He definitely puts a lot of money into the economy with jobs and shit. Mm-hmm. But he could be. I mean, there's motherfuckers wearing diapers at the Amazon Fulfillment Center right now because they don't have time to take a bathroom break, because there's so much. And I'm guilty of it too, dog.
My sister.
I got an LA Clippers hat coming from Amazon tomorrow.
Right. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm guilty of it too.
I feel
let's go back to that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about
having an LA Clippers is beautiful, sir.
No, I'm saying that
sir,
his idea, whatever limited idea he needed to consume at that moment, could be achieved by how much? How much did that Clippers hat cost? Please don't tell me it was $60. It was
way more than it was worth.
$20. It was just.
Let it be known that Goonie bought his hat after the Kawhi Leonard trade. Let it be known.
Let it be known that Goonie doesn't have to whip out his Malik Sealy rookie card.
Okay, I'll let it pass.
Yeah, don't make me go get my fucking LA Clippers warm up out of fucking my mom's house.
Go on, Goonie.
You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Malik Sealy, you're the best. I wish you were still here, brother.
That's cool. I didn't know that Clippers still played.
I don't know if there's people in LA that know they have a second.
Where do they play at?
The same stadium that the Lakers play in.
They just changed.
They just changed. They just changed the floor. Do they get a different room, like when you go to college, like if you're in the humanities?
No, they have to be in the same locker room.
They just changed the floor. Yeah, the Staples Center.
Do they got double wides out on the side of the stadium? They changing?
Yeah, the Clippers are actually at the Forum.
They go play where the Showtime Lakers play. Yeah. Right after a fucking Black Eyed Peas show.
They're playing at LA Central City College.
Why is that like the Angels and the Dodgers, right? Isn't the same thing?
So
isn't there always like a secondhand LA world?
This is the most fucked up shit is the Clippers.
It's like Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags.
The Clippers used to.
You get what I'm saying? It's like always secondhand LA shit.
They're a San Diego team. They were the San Diego Clippers and they moved to LA. Same with the Chargers.
Oh no shit.
So there's this weird thing where it's like, apparently only the fucking Padres can survive in San Diego.
San Diego's lost all their teams.
Yeah. Why is that?
That's all they got is the Padres. I don't know. Well, I think the thing with the football team is they wanted to update the stadium, and the way things go in America is that you get it's like the same shit they tried to do with the Suns. They just tried to put the taxpayers on the hook for $400 million.
What do you think is going to happen with the Suns? Because now they want a new stadium. Do you think we'll lose our team?
I don't know. The Diamondbacks won a lawsuit last year to get out of their lease at Chase Field.
They don't want it anymore?
Because they say it's
Put them back in that old stadium.
I
say all of it has to go back to the saddle, dude.
Yeah, what makes a stadium not up to I don't fucking get that.
What it is?
I think it'd be hip. I think it'd be hip to force them back in the old stadium.
What it is?
But make it cooler. Like more expensive tickets. throw them in the old stadium.
No,
Less people go to it.
That's some hipster bullshit.
But that's what's in. That's what's
Is
in.
that it's always like there's not enough luxury boxes for our high dollar clients.
Because I go into...
They don't give a shit about putting you in the 500 section,
Yeah.
2 miles from the action.
Hey, who
For
cares?
fucking $22.95.
You can't upgrade these little luxury situations. You can't renovate just the luxury floor.
Yeah,
I don't understand why the whole stadium needs to be ripped down. Every time I go into
How old is that
fucking...
stadium? That's like what, 15 years old?
When I go on the Talking Sick Resort Arena, I'm never walking around that
20?
stadium like this is old, decrepit bullshit. I've
When
never
did-
walked in there and felt that way.
When did they start playing there? Like 89, 88, 89, something
It's
like
an
that?
old stadium, sure.
No.
It's where Barclays played.
No,
It's the American West.
93.
It's old as fuck.
It's
90.
where
It's like
it's the
Barclays-
oldest stadium
it's
still
where-
in,
it's where
I
Barclays
saw
played.
Wu-Tang Clan in the old stadium in 92. No, 94. So they might have been 92 they were playing.
I just remember
The Madhouse. You remember the Madhouse?
But that
Anwar, you
that
local?
Was,
You
that was
local,
the
Anwar?
Madhouse on
10 years,
McDowell.
though.
That was they
10
played in the
years?
saddle.
What?
They played in the saddle, didn't they?
Is that what you call the Madhouse?
Isn't it the Madhouse on McDowell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
called
the saddle at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, totally.
It's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Cow
yeah, yeah.
Palace.
What was the last game
The
played?
Cow Palace looks exactly the same in San
Yeah.
Francisco. It's where the Warriors played.
Don't you think that's a beautiful stadium though?
I don't know. I've never
I
been
wouldn't
in
say
there.
beautiful.
I've lived here for 20 years. I never once gone to the state fair. I've
You never been
have.
inside that building?
It's pretty
I used to go watch Arizona Derby Dames games there.
I swear to God, they got to take these old buildings, and I swear to God, all these hipsters, all these people that are into shit right now, be like, dude, this shit doesn't remind me of the suburbs.
Well, I think they need to take that old... What is that? What is the old stadium called on McDowell? The Madhouse on
or
McDowell?
a saddle.
I think they need to take that and then they need to turn it into a slaughterhouse and take people who are not contributing enough and murder them in the middle, like they
my
do
God.
in the Arab countries.
Oh my God.
And we're gonna
Shit.
shift into.
That's what all those buildings are for. All those sports buildings when
There's
what-
too many people on the light rail.
man, what have you did you hear that one? That's what they're supposed to do with those big ass buildings, kill people in them.
Let's
All those places you saw.
factories.
Yeah.
FEMA camps.
Let's create
Did you not
apocalypse.
see the piles of caskets they have on the south side?
Why don't we turn it into a virtual reality arena where we can like shoot our bosses, and then if we shoot them, we actually shoot them? No one wants to kill their boss but me. All right, whatever.
No, but that's what we gotta do with those big ass buildings though.
It feels like a mercy kill.
We gotta do those big ass buildings aren't being used like they used to.
Yeah,
They're just for Epstein ass
Wait till we run
characters
out
to
of water in
fucking
10 fucking
flash
years.
around their dough and rape
I
women.
promise you, we're gonna turn the Madhouse McDowell into an Amazon fulfillment center by the end of the fucking year. Right?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be in there picking dildos and DVDs out of there and shipping
diapers.
it. We're gonna be wearing diapers.
Diapers.
We're gonna be greasing the gears like we should be. We need more grease for the gears. The gears are rubbing together.
What's that shit in Sorry to Bother You? And they live in those, like, the MTV
Yes.
bunk rooms.
I want to live at the Madhouse McDowell and be an Amazon picker.
Yeah, and
I want to send out box sets of The Office.
I want to subsist off of.
I'm tired of trying. It's exhausting.
I'm over it. I rode my bike here. I'm all ready to just fucking not go home.
Fucking done.
I'm gonna crawl in.
Where you live? Where you live now? I mean, vaguely.
Yeah, Garfield.
Garfield or what? Where you at?
Right around the corner from the diner.
Is that gotta be nice? Can you walk there?
Oh, I walk there every day. That's the reason I went back there. I was just like, you know what? When Wayne and Michael left, I was just like, I'm gonna go work at diner because there's management gap. So
Yeah.
I just went.
I
over
might
there.
move from where I'm at. Cause I'm at 16th and McDowell, and my roommate just moved out, and it's a 2-bedroom situation. But I can't.
Dude, that's a good spot where you're at,
I
man.
might-
I love it. I love being there.
The guy
People would
across
die
the
for your
street from me
spot.
Might be looking for a roommate straight up.
See, that's the thing. I don't.
You
know
can
if I
find
want
roommates
to
all
rent
day
bedroom
long.
house
You can
and
find
he's the only
roommates
guy
all day
living
long and
a
legit ones.
5-bedroom house,
Yeah,
and he's only renting out 1 bedroom.
yeah, and that guy's moving out.
So what's gonna happen with the rest of the house?
He's looking for roommates. Straight up,
Dude,
he
tell
came
D,
right in.
hit-
He's trying to turn it into a party house.
Hit D up. Hit D up, dude.
They're all service industry people. It's all industry folks. He works nights.
I'm thinking about it, man.
Is that what industry's considered definition wise? Like late night
Like
shifts?
service industry, yeah.
Service
service
stuff,
industry
bartenders,
is
waitresses.
Bars, late
Yeah.
night
DJs.
spots.
You
That's
go to work
industry.
at like between like 4 p.m. and 2 a.m.
You call that industry.
Service industry, yeah, industry.
All
folks.
hospitality, you know.
Yeah, hospitality industry folks.
Dude, D moved right by your spot. My
He's in
buddy.
the Coronado now?
Yeah.
I don't know if, see, the thing is, I've always had roommates that I've known. I've never roommate with somebody I've never known.
It might be better to
Maybe
roommate
that's
with
where
somebody you
you've
don't
gone
know.
wrong. Maybe
Whatever.
that's where you're going wrong.
Is that what it is?
Maybe
I
that's
should
what it is.
room with a complete stranger?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, judge them by their book cover.
Maybe if you're gonna start your Charlie Manson
But-
cult. You know?
I have to start with somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
Because my friends won't get involved in this. Alright.
Yeah, I don't like. I've had friends that want
A
to move
5-bedroom
into these.
house is
Oh,
a good start to a
G's from
cult.
Chicago. He's cool.
Who?
My boy Jeff.
Okay.
He's from Chicago.
Alright.
But man, you know these people downtown, these local downtown people.
He's about
It's
to talk-
impossible for them to
Goonie,
live
he's
down
about to
here right
talk
now.
Shit about you right now, Goonie.
There's tons of people that are
Downtown
they're
people
complaining
are
it's impossible to live down here.
Why does it sound racist when you say it, Abe? These downtown people.
Why is it
Ugh.
impossible to live downtown? I have lived downtown
I'm just talking
in the
about-
budding squalor that has been downtown.
Well, then what's with all that news talking? Why is everybody publishing like it's impossible to live down here?
I don't understand.
Rent
it.
increase, this and that increase.
I don't know.
artist
I
workspace.
was like, I'm just like, you're cool. Then move
There's
to fucking
affordable-
Seattle. There's
yeah,
plenty of affordable
there's
shit.
affordable
In
shit
Seattle,
downtown,
and
so.
Seattle's cheap
No,
right now.
fuck though.
Because
what I'm
you know
saying,
what
all
they're-
these people are moving down here from there. 'Cause
This is the
they
thing.
can't afford it.
Their what they price out as far as downtown is not the entirety of downtown. Like they're talking about like between the sevens.
Yeah.
They're talking about between the sevens. It's like
Between
who
the
lives?
sevens and between the freeways.
Yeah, who lives between the sevens and the belt?
Oh, okay. So
Let's-
so you're against that news.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
That's what they're.
I
No,
kinda-
they're not talking about 12th Street or 12th Avenue where most
Yeah.
people live.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
still
can.
very
I know.
affordable.
Maybe I'm new to
You
it.
just can't afford one of those brand new fucking sparkly
Yeah,
condos.
I can't live in Illuminate or
Yeah,
Inspire
yeah,
or Imagination.
Oh wow, you guys are
Fucking
hella tight.
Yeah.
I live in Luminescence. I live in Quantifiable Physics. That's the building name.
I live in Old Grayback.
I live in Boardwalk.
yeah.
Greenhouse.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking like 6 years ago, over there on 5th and Portland, there was apartments being rented for $380,
Yeah, between
Oh,
the
yeah.
sevens is
Oh, yeah.
trash, dog.
and
It's
now
over.
now you get $800.
Yeah, between the sevens, it's over. If you live between the sevens and the freeways, it's over. You'll
Yeah.
never find affordable housing down there.
No, and it's as they're building up. Like what's that? The one where Paz is. I looked at the
condos
the
there?
initial
Yeah.
spec sheet was like $12.75 for the smallest studio to
Fuck
start.
that, dude.
To start.
I got a friend who lives
How
down
much?
there.
How much?
It was like $12.75 for like a 400 square foot studio.
A whole.
First of
a
all,
hole in there.
dude, those
250,
places are
something
fucking
ridiculous.
strange.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
never live in a place like that. I've never lived in an apartment or house where I leave my house, my front door, and I'm still inside. That is weird as fuck to me.
It's
that feels like
it's
living in a
it's
hotel.
depressing.
Yeah, right. It
I
does.
don't like
It's
that,
depressing
dude.
to go down those hallways.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
don't
a
want to go
hospital.
down a hallway to my house. Fuck that. I leave my front door.
But,
I'm in the sunlight, dog.
but from my experience,
Yeah,
I've
I'm
never
on my
lived in
front
any of
porch.
those.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to live in places like that ever.
But from experience, I've never lived in any of those. But
And I closed the door quick.
I can
because
say
of
this.
tweakers everywhere.
when I've gone down those hallways, thinking, "Oh fuck, this is whack."
I don't feel good about
But
being
when
in
they
those
open up their
buildings.
door, it's like Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. Sometimes they got all sorts of cool shit in there.
I mean, the units themselves are nice, but I don't like being in those hallways. The
Oh,
hallways
I mean,
are-
depending on the person.
Yeah.
I'm saying like sometimes these people got like crazy shit going on inside their apartments.
Yeah, because they have a bunch of fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can afford.
They
to
can
pay
afford-
$1,500.
Yeah,
What do you think about an art walk? What do you think about an art walk where you go, you know, like what do you call it? Like in Coronado they do
And
the
you go in the houses.
they go in the houses.
inside the
You
hallways.
go in the condos.
I thought about that earlier. I was like, what would we
That'd be
do?
lit.
Like, how could you do a Garfield porch concert series? And the ultimate goal is you probably have to hand out bulletproof vests because eventually you're gonna have some idiots walking up to the wrong house.
In Garfield?
It's,
Oh yeah, because you can't do that in Garfield, but you can do that in Coronado. Is what you're saying?
Coronado, you can't.
Hey, but you can't go that. You can't do that on the east side of 16th Street,
fuck no.
where you live.
Yeah, on the east side is a little rough.
I used to live on Virginia. What street you live on?
I live off of 16th and Almeria.
But you're not on
yeah.
16th though. But you're like
Almeria, well, no.
18th.
I
Like
live on
Almeria,
14th
it's
and
between
Almeria.
16th and 15th on Almeria.
You live right behind the carniceria?
Right behind Olivon.
Oh,
Okay.
you're on the 1615. Oh, I'm talking about like 18,
Dude,
16.
you're like a block over. I lived over there for last year.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you lived on the other side of 16th Street.
Yeah. I live
So you live on the west side of 16th
West
Street.
side.
If you live on the east side of 16th Street,
Where the Carniceria is, I love that. I love
Yeah, you get
Reyes.
fucked
It's
up.
Dope, dog.
you can get fucked up real quick.
At the back, that's the backside of all those crazy clubs like Cash.
Yeah, dude. Remember when Delirium was there?
Yeah.
They painted the bad habits. It's white. I literally just rode my bike past there. The whole building's white. I was just like, damn.
They got the Bad Habits strip club. They got the gay
pretty
bar.
soon there's gonna
Caramba.
Pretty soon there's gonna be like a purple neon sign with some stupid name on it.
Dude, that could be a block of some ratchet ass fucking clubs, and I'd be down for it. I'd be down for a strip of ratchet clubs like that.
Man, when I used to ride my bike from here to Lost Leaf, and everybody would be like kind of stuck up and shit and tired and fatigued.
Yeah.
And then I get on my bike, I'd be drunk at like 2:33, and I go down McDowell over there by 16th Street, 18th Street, and these tranny hookers would jump out of the shadows.
Would they literally jump out of the shadows at you?
I mean, I don't know. I'm drunk, so I everything's exciting when it's that.
And none of them were transgender. They
trucks.
were just people.
No, they're transgender, dude. They're part of the transgender community. I know this.
Shout out Food City.
Fuck yeah, they were turning
City,
tricks
but-
behind the Food City.
The 51.
No, that car wash joint. You used to be able to pull up in
Dude,
there.
my
and
friend,
get a trick.
my homie who I'm talking about who did the coke and the White Claws and the Narcos. He fucked the transgender girl who lives over there.
Yeah, you know who else? Danny Bonaduce used to do that shit.
Really?
Yeah,
Then he showed me a picture of her, and I was like, honestly, dude, I'm real proud of you. It's like, 'cause she looked really good.
Yeah, no judgment.
I hit that.
I was like,
I'm not
I get it, dude.
I get it. You're drunk.
Nah, he just wanted to do it. He was down for it.
It's different.
I was
Everybody,
like, fuck
everybody,
it.
but every sex has rotten teeth.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
They all got dental issues and shit. And you're putting your dick on that.
Oh, you're
on that
very
fucking
literal
cavity.
about
You're putting
that.
that dick on
You're
that cavity.
very literal about that.
Can you imagine putting your dick on
Gummy
a
blowjobs.
bitch's cavity? Putting a dick on a bitch's
It's all
cavity.
about the gummy blowjob.
Abe likes like real like London blowjobs.
Oi, governor.
Hello, Governor.
Shit, I don't know what you're talking about. I never had sex, so.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I
right.
forgot
That's true.
about
You've
that.
never had
What's
sex.
that pussy smell like? I have no idea.
You have no clue. You have no clue.
Smells like whatever's under that fucking.
That sink over there, dude.
sink over
That
there.
spoiled house water. That shit's been sitting there for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
You don't even just
I just haven't.
dump
I have
that
a sink
bowl
over there that I haven't made plumbing for, so I just put a bucket under it. That's how I used to do back in the day. You just put a bucket under the sink. When that shit fills up, when you wash dishes, you just go out in the back and you dump that and you put the bucket back.
It does.
Switching
sound-
gears, dude. How often do you go to Torta King, dude?
I used to go there too much until they jacked. I'm a stingy person. They
You get
jacked.
the beefsteak?
They put everything. Yeah, I love that joint. It's good.
What's Torta King? Where is it?
Right there, dude. If you want a killer ass
Good
sandwich,
torta?
you want a killer ass sandwich.
Torta King.
Takes out.
I like Gallo Blanco's torta. Am I a square? for
Oh
liking
shit,
that
they'd fuck it. They'd fuck
Am I
Gallo
a
Blanco.
fucking loser.
They'd fuck Gallo Blanco like Epstein fucked all those little 12 year
Scottsdale.
olds.
There's a reason why it's called the Torta King.
It's
Well-earned
a
crown.
Patron.
All right, I'm gonna go check
the
that shit out.
cartel.
I've never been to the Phoenix Burrito House.
And that
either.
guy,
What's worth
plus the
that shit?
homie, the people in there are old school. They're
They'll curse
legit.
you out. They get a butterfly knife out.
No,
They're
they're
old school.
no,
They
they're Mexico.
threaten you
They're
first.
they're good Mexico City people. They're good urban Mexican.
They're old school. They
Mexico
do a
City.
line of coke before they make your sandwich.
Yeah, they'll roll your eyes and speak to you in English. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Begrudgingly.
When you say gracias, they'll say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Just something.
Gracias.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Widow.
Oh fuck you! You should say gracias. You
Don't
made
try
me
to
feel like a
speak
piece of
my
shit.
language. Don't even attempt it, bitch.
Isn't that the best
Here's
thing
your
though?
Coke.
Isn't that the most intimate moment you could make comedy out of is when you try to appropriate or be polite, and then they appropriate
Basically,
you.
patronize somebody.
You patronize each other, and in that moment you may just have
I
divinity.
don't. The only group I patronize are gay people, man.
Oh, man.
Whenever I come up with some gay dudes, dude, I'm like super polite. I'm like, would you like my energy is like, would you fuck me?
And if they don't, you feel offended,
I
right?
feel super offended.
pandering.
I pander and patronize gay dudes nonstop. And a lot of them think I'm gay. I went to a show a couple weeks ago, and my Lyft driver was gay, and I was being super patronizing, super feminine. I'm like, let me see if this dude would fuck me. And then we followed each other. I want to know my gay stock. I want to know what my gay value is. and we followed each other in IG, and he was like, "I just let you know, I'm a crazy loud bitch on there." I'm like, "Great, perfect." And then he followed me on my IG, and I have been pandering so hard to the gay community that my IG looks like I'm a gay dude. My last 2 flyers were me photoshopped on really hot ass dudes' bodies with my homie Mike.
Green one.
Yeah, and then the next one.
Yeah, the Al Green one was sick.
And then the next, I got another shirtless one. The next one was Pride Month had started, so I put a bunch of rainbow flags on us. I was like, this is even gayer than the last one. And then I had a picture from San Diego where I took a picture on the aircraft carrier in the bay there, and they have this statue of this dude like pointing on the air deck, and I angled the picture so that his fingers go right inside my asshole. So he saw a picture of me getting my prostate tickled, 2 gay flyers, and also another flyer that was very gay. And he was like, this dude's gay. He started liking all those pictures and commenting, and I was like, this dude wants to fuck me, yes.
So your experiment is complete?
Yes. No, I still want to get more.
It's still theatrical. You didn't close no deal. You didn't get prostrated.
I'm gonna go gay. 40's gonna be when I go gay. I'm gonna just start fucking dudes, dude. I'm gonna just see what it's like, man. I'm gonna spend a hot decade blowing dicks and taking it up there.
Oh God, dude! I'm just thinking about all those cavities and all that fungi in the pubes.
It's got to be better than a fucking yeast infection. Come on, man. Both of them are pretty nasty, women and men.
Dude, if you're a dude, you definitely don't wipe your ass good.
I know, but gay dudes are very clean people.
Yeah, but what about those other gay dudes?
Like my little brother? My little brother is like a filthy-ass gay dude.
What about all those 6-year-old boy kids that act gay, but they're just boys?
Oh, you talking about that? What's that one kid that like dances on the bars and they're trying to get him surgery?
Well, I always thought this, like, if you're creating a machismo character, like, which is like, man, I'm a dude, my dad, you know, he fended for the family, my grandfather was drafted in the war, so you gotta build up this man thing. Because you can strangle people. You're more muscular than other people.
I used to think that way, dude.
But anybody who's under 8 years old is kind of like gay. Isn't everybody gay if they're a kid?
Everyone's gay now. I just want to work for Amazon and get fucked in the ass when I get home from a hard day's work. Okay, that's all I want.
American dream, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the American dream. And I want my president to be gay too. I want it to be known across world powers that my president will fuck you in the ass if this deal goes south.
That was like an Elucid lyric on one of his last albums.
Was he?
Yeah, it was like he had Elucid, rapper from New York. He's in a group called Arm & Hammer. He was in a group
which sounds like a gay bar.
Anybody who was
Arm & Hammer sounds like a great gay bar.
It's him and Billy Woods. And one of his lines is like, I want a bull dyke for president or something like that.
Hell yeah, dude! I want a gay president.
He's like, I want somebody with AIDS for president.
Fuck yeah! You know he's got nothing to lose. I want my president to be gay and have AIDS. We need an FDR president. We need a president that gets wheeled out to the podium.
What about 2 gay dudes as president?
Fuck yeah!
That have AIDS.
Hell yeah!
And they're totally monogamous.
And they're both white. That's unstoppable.
And they're totally monogamous because they don't want to spread AIDS to each other, but they keep fucking.
And they do it on live press events to let you know.
AIDS ass, AIDS dick. They keep
great.
I just think
mixing
as
it.
long as it's not that Mayor Pete dude.
Well, what if Pete like starts fucking The Rock and The Rock gets in that?
Is The Rock gay?
But he can be, dude. Everyone can.
Vin Diesel's gay, right?
I hope so.
That's what I think.
That would make Fast and the Furious series make a lot more sense, dude, for me. Fast and Furious is a whole different meaning.
You got your tickets for Hobbs vs. Shaw or whatever?
I'm not going to see that shit. Fuck that.
Hey, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
I'm sorry. Anybody who was raped by Bill Cosby, I'm sorry.
Who
Anybody
is
who
this?
was raped by Bill Cosby, I'm sorry. Anybody who was raped by Bill Cosby, I'm sorry.
Who's
Anybody
this?
who was raped by Bill Cosby, I'm sorry. Anybody who was raped by Bill
Listen to the
Cosby,
beat.
I'm
Listen to
sorry.
the
Anybody
vocals.
who was raped by Bill Cosby,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Anybody who was raped by Bill Cosby, I'm
Pete
sorry.
Buttigieg?
Anybody who was raped by Bill Cosby, I'm
No, that's
sorry.
Is that Cory Booker?
no, that was Special Ed with Damon Wayans.
Saying,
And then I also got
That's
this
what
one.
he
Did you
had
hear
up
this
on
news?
Why would he think
This one.
you're stealing hospital equipment when you are there in
I
a
heard this
hospital
story.
gown hooked up
I
to an
saw that
IV?
guy get arrested.
What do you think of that one?
Why-
There's
I
a
love how
video
those
of
2
it.
dudes. It reminded me of me and my homie being like hanging out, being interviewed by the news. Yeah. I don't know. He wanted to like say some shit. No, then listen to this part.
Hospital gown
Listen to this part.
hooked up to an IV. Did he explain why
That
what his
is-
thinking?
That has been the $1 billion question, Brooke. I have no idea.
That's so
You
awesome.
know, are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he was walking out with the IV,
He's taking a walk.
and then the dude confronted
And
him.
then the security guard was a piece of fucking shit
Yeah.
who should have got
He's like,
squared
yeah.
up.
But I feel like he was an actor,
he's
though.
Like, you're stealing.
Fucking super cop security
stealing-
guard. Dude.
Yeah, you're stealing fucking equipment. It's like, dog, I got an IV in my arm. Doctor said take a walk around the hospital.
That was it. That should have
Yeah,
been it.
yeah, that should have been it. Like, how many motherfuckers do you see with IVs smoking in front of fucking banner?
Dude, that's all security
over there
guards,
at
though,
12th
dude.
Street in McDowell.
That's all security guards. Every security guard is either somebody who does not give a shit about the security of the
Yeah.
building, or somebody who's a super cop. It's always yin and yang.
I know.
Somebody who couldn't make it as a cop or a soldier.
Yeah.
So they went to work for Pro-Tem.
Fucking,
Or a fucking,
I know.
you're a corporate cop.
What's that?
Fucking Vice Squad.
No, what's that?
It's called
sin-
capitalism.
What-
Damn, I
Damn.
Oh, man.
just
Not
coined it.
syntax, yeah.
Trademark. I
No, but did you see the video though?
The guy pulled the IV out of his arm and arrested him, right? Did you see the video?
I did not see
No,
the
I
video.
didn't see the
cop,
video.
The cop yanked the IV out of his arm. And
What?
Handcuffs. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, straight
Well,
up.
what
straight
I
up.
loved more was when he
Put him in
the
fucking
dude that had the IV and his homie were on the news. I loved how they knew they stumbled upon something that was viral and something that was fucked up, right?
That's
But they're youngsters, they're young kids, the two of them, and they're kind of like, well,
Who
bro,
is young to you, Abe? You're like 29?
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's anything under
Anybody under
It's a
30,
dude with his whole family.
anybody under 30 right now,
Yeah.
man.
What is young to you?
Dude, when I get in my 40s, everybody under 40 is gonna be young.
Yeah,
now.
dude.
I turned 40 this year, man.
When do you just
Everything
die?
hurts.
When you just
It just hurts.
yeah, shit.
I'm at 34 and I'm
Like
there.
right now, I'm drinking beer right now, and I'm having an antacid attack right now.
I drank this
So should I go
one
get more
beer.
beer?
I drank this one beer, and not only am I sweating, but I want to go to sleep. This is how old I am. I'm an old bitch. I got so many
Get on
gray
that
hairs.
bumblebee. Get on that bumblebee.
I'm gonna hit up some girls and just be like, listen, I'm too tired to date you. That's gonna be my first opening message. I'm sorry I'm even here.
Yeah. I'd like to hang out with you and then yawn a bunch while you're talking. To me.
I'm really tired
And
though.
eventually pass out when it gets to the good stuff.
I really would love to do this, but I really want to take a nap too.
Yeah. How do you feel about naps?
I tell you what, I might meet my wife that way. They'll be like, can I marry you? Fuck.
Yeah,
Cuddling, like professional cuddlers are a thing. Maybe we should look into that.
I'm a big motherfucker. People love cuddling with me.
Dude, they're-
And I'll be the little spoon if you want to
but
chop.
not in the summer. Not in the summer. No one wants to touch each
No
other.
one wants to touch.
This
Yeah.
girl I used to work with in Alaska, I just like totally randomly like weird Facebook connection. Like met some girl. She lived in Cali. I was living out there, hanging out with her, whatever. Just bullshit. She's some bartender, whatever. Made friends. And then like saw on like the Facebook when I was still on there. That we had a couple mutual friends. So I clicked the thing. I was like, it's this one girl. She's like, oh, she's my cuddle therapist. And I was like, what, huh? And she's like, oh yeah, I go to a place, or she comes to my place,
We cuddle.
and she cuddle. We lay in bed and we cuddle for like an hour.
That shit's
2
gay.
hours.
That shit's so gay.
And I'm just like,
No, gay people fuck. All right.
What do you call that?
Get
Then
your
wh-
shit together.
Okay, but how about this? If how about
Straight
this?
people need to cuddle.
That's the problem. That's a problem with America. Heterosexual males would consider cuddling gay, and real gay
And gay people are like,
gay
why the
people is
fuck
like
do I need to cuddle
ramming
you?
in a dry ass?
Let's fuck in a parking garage.
Yeah.
I don't got time for cuddling.
so
trying to fucking go.
So-
What do you think I'm here for?
so you ever seen that movie Tusk?
I've
Tusk?
heard about it. I've heard about it.
Was that guy Michael what? Anyways,
I don't know the name.
The Mallrats dude.
Daniel Radcliffe.
no, Dan Mallrats.
Smith?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Oh, yeah,
Kevin
yeah, yeah.
Smith did the Tusk movie. In it, it's about a guy who gets abducted and gets body modifications to become a tusk.
Yeah.
I mean a walrus. His girlfriend is at home with his best friend, who's a dude, and they're worried about where the guy's at. But they sleep in the same bed together. Him and
And they cuddle, right?
No, they don't even cuddle, dude. That's what's so gay about it. The dude didn't have sex with her, and they made sure that you noticed that in the film, that they both woke up, and there's no sex.
Completely clothed.
Completely clothed,
With
and,
the body
and
pose.
the guy who's the guy?
I think
It's a
the
guy.
words you're
It's a
looking
guy
for-
from AI. It's a guy from artificial intelligence. The boy, the little kid.
Elijah Wood.
Haley
No,
Joel
no, the
Osment?
kid. No, what?
Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah, that guy.
I think the word you're looking for is that it's very Mormon. I don't know if it's gay. It's very Mormon, though.
Yeah.
It's very Mormon. It's
I
very
feel like that's like
religious.
an insult to the gay community.
I know, because the gay people are like, listen, we're here to fucking blow each other's backs out and suck some cum down a straw. I don't have time for cuddling.
God, that's so Epstein.
Epstein is very not gay. He's very heterosexual.
I watched Bohemian Rhapsody today.
How terrible was that?
Dude, if that means to be heterosexual is a prey on like 12-year-old girls, that's sad. You know?
Heterosexuality is some of the most wacky
it's
shit
pro-
in the
it's
world.
pro-
Heterosexuality is more confusing than just being gay. At least you have.
At least you know what you're fucking because they have the
Gay
same body
people
parts
have
as you.
rules, they have roles, and they have jobs. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like we're going to this bar because we're all trying to fuck.
Yeah, and it's
And
like
we all have
it's
the
like
same
when you're
body
like the
parts.
heteronormative
We all have the
shit,
same
you're
body
just like,
parts.
yeah.
There's
we're
no
going to this bar
surprises.
because we're lonely, but we're not sure what we're looking for, and we're kind of this, and we're kind of that.
And no
we're
babies
kinda
are being
into
made.
it, but kind of not into it, and depends on how many shots of tequila I have.
Yeah, like heterosexual. I love gay people because they
That's why I
like
stay home.
both people in a relationship, they have a job. One person does the fucking, and one person gets fucked. That's great.
I
That's
feel-
a great
I feel
place
like- I
to start
feel-
in a relationship. You're gonna do the fucking, and I'm gonna get fucked. That way, there's no confusion about how good the sex is. You were supposed to do the fucking. Every time I get in a relationship, it's like, oh, the sex was bad. In a gay relationship, it's like,
Because you know who the leader.
you're the
No, they still got
did you fuck my asshole like you agreed to? Did you? No?
How do you
That's
how do you decide who's gonna be the vaginate or not?
who's gonna be the fucking
The
get
vaginate.
fucked?
Yeah, the vaginate. The
I don't
vaginate.
know, man. People don't.
Context.
I think you just have a conversation.
You just be open
Yeah,
about it.
gay people have
You gotta
conversations.
be gay as gay. You gotta be open about it.
They're very open to
think,
talk
I
about
just
it.
think as sexual people, if you're just open about what you're into, what you're not into, right off
Talk.
the fucking bat, just talk to your partner. Even if it's the first night, dude, just talk to him.
Dude, after the first time I have.
As a guy from Olympia, I've had experience, and the number one key to healthy sexual relationships is
It's just
communication.
talk. The first time
Communication,
after
just
the
talk.
first sexual,
Yeah,
like,
first time.
Just
you ask the first, just ask, hey, what's your favorite position?
just order what
It's
you
such an
want.
easy way to start a sexual conversation. What's your
Just-
favorite position?
Just dial it in.
I just you
People
know,
don't even do that.
Just
I just think
open up the app and click the fucking things, and then send it to her, and she sends the app back to you.
I
And
think
you
that the realest
it's
shit
Bumblebee.
you can say to him is just like, what can I do to get you off? That's where it all starts. What do you need? What can I do?
I
know what I'm saying?
totally,
Like,
I
straight up,
completely
like,
disagree.
What
You
can
don't
I
have
do?
sex. You can't disagree or agree to
Yeah,
this.
you're a
No,
eunuch.
You're eunuch. You don't have sex.
yeah.
Your children were
I
conceived
think
in a
I think
test
what
tube.
I think what the problem.
You had a surrogate.
They came alive.
Abe had a surrogate. If you take away anything from this podcast, is that Abe had a surrogate.
Yeah, I totally did. There's a gay Latin dude.
Yeah, good.
He had to work so hard.
Probably had
to
perfect
do it.
skin too.
He had to work so hard.
Lovely skin.
Perfect moisturized skin.
No, but are you serious though?
What?
The least amount of talking and the most amount of surprises, which can be confused with risk and dominance, could be what exactly it is that turns someone else on.
I think it's conversation. I think
It's
conversations.
called
I've
intuition.
definitely been with some fucking like
Rapist intuition.
super freaky.
But it's not rape if you have
and
intuition.
that ultimately the ability to have the conversation has led to some mind blowing fucking sex.
Yeah, like
because you're able to open up, and that's the whole thing is like it's so much of sexuality.
So
is
you
viewed-
like
is
so you
viewed
like
as